Good morning, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. We in here. We in here this morning. It's 9 o'clock out here in the West. It is 9 o'clock out here in the West. I'm just going to be talking about the games. We had some series that was over last night, and we got two pivotal games. Sixes tonight. We got the, excuse me, we have the Celtics going to be playing Milwaukee, and the Grizzlies going to be playing the Warriors for Game 6. Um, and last night, we know that Philadelphia won. Last they lost. Sorry. I saw about they won. Philadelphia lost the game last night. Eliminated um, Miami, who's nobody's talking about. You know, they just still be able to get it done. And then to do it with Jimmy and Bam, and you have two players that wasn't even drafted as well. We know Kyle Lowry. He having hamstring issues, so he was out. They just got the job done. Joel did what he can do, but we know Doc gonna take the fall for this as always. But the coach always gonna be to blame. But James Harden ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing. He didn't do a nada. He didn't do nada. Not a thing, not a thing, not a thing. You only take 2 shots in the second half. 2. What happened to this person that's supposed to be better than Kobe Bryant, scoring wise? Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman. What happened to that? I'm talking to Max. Max he's been, oh, James Harden. He's better. He's a better scorer than Kobe Bryant. And what happened to this Kobe Bryant thing? And this is one thing I don't understand about y'all media. Y'all always want to pair people to Kobe, but then you want to shit on. But y'all know he was the standard because that man played offense and he played defense. Now, let's get back to James Harden. This was what I was seeing all game. I see Maxey try to go get the ball. James Harden waving him off. Why the ball is in your hands so much you only take 2 shots? It's crazy to me. It was like he wasn't even trying. To me, he wasn't even trying to see that what the greatness does. Greatness, what real greatness was when your best player is not 100%, you're supposed to have your second man. You're supposed to be your second best player, allegedly, and everything. And honestly, he didn't even fucking care. This is how I knew he didn't care when they asked him a question about Doc Rivers. Next question, because he already planted the seed. He already knew what's going to happen. We all know Doc ain't gonna be there no more. And won't be surprised as Mike D'Antoni's the head coach. Like I said, it was going to happen. They could have had many other people to try to get, but you got James Harden. Now, Joel Embiid and James Harden, they do not play. They don't mesh well together. They don't. So everybody want to try to convince me that they did when they went 3-0 and they played against subpar 500. Man, he don't give a fuck, man. But these the people who he's allegedly top side 75. Man, ain't no top nothing. How he could be top of anything. And this is one thing I don't understand. Look at all the people that's in that top 75 that's in this era. How many of these players in this era play both ends that's in that top 75? That played on both levels. I ain't talking about 1, 2. I'm talking about did over 10 years straight in this era. That's in that top 75. I could tell you. I could easily tell you. Sixers on and that was the thing I heard that Stephen A said that how they fucked up franchises and shit like that. LeBron James fucked up franchises too. Fucked it up. Look how long it took for Cleveland. But one thing about Cleveland, they drafted. They banked well. They drafted well. And then look where they at right now. Miami. They drafted well. They get cats that nobody else don't want. That nobody don't even think about. And they mold them. And you saw Max Strus, who I saw play at college. I like him better than Duncan Robinson. He too much up and down. Can Duncan Robinson shoot the three? Yeah, he can. But I like Strus because Strus more a defender. He could defend better than Jimmy Neutron. Um, but give Miami their credit, man. They the number one seed, and I think it's gonna be a trilogy between them, Miami, and Milwaukee. Let's get it. You know what I mean? We're gonna see now. Western Conference is still up in the air. We don't know who's gonna be playing who. Cause you know CP3 and them they lost again last night. Luka and the Dallas Mavericks kicked their ass last night. But I said this, you always gonna have a series. I ain't never seen the NBA playoffs where I never seen a game seven. Well, it look like we gonna have a game seven. Um, Milwaukee, and I know Stephen A. You praying on Bucks downfall. I know you. I mean, this is one thing I understand about people, man. Especially you, Stephen A. You don't like to give people their props and everything like that. We know you're the biggest hater, and it's not people for the love of me. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is not fucking LeBron. Stop it. Giannis is Giannis. I don't compare nobody but who they are. He's not like LeBron. He's not like LeBron. Everybody, oh, he's LeBron James. No, he's not like LeBron because nobody. He's not like LeBron because he can't steamroll people to the basket like LeBron did. Even in LeBron early days, he steamroll and hit you with that left or that right, though that right and the right just to buzz you off. They don't call offensive fouls on LeBron James like they do for Giannis. That's another reason why he is not LeBron. And another thing, he's not LeBron. He don't throw his teammates on the bus. He don't throw his coaching staff on the bus. And this notion that that this motherfucker makes everybody better, that's bullshit. That y'all might as well lay that to rest. 'Cause I'm tired of y'all using it in your arguments on TV. And that shit, no, he's not. Don't make him better. That's why he's home. Other than that bubble ring, what the fuck the Lakers have done? LeBron and the Lakers have done. Not make the playoffs. Get beaten the first round and get swept under the rug and talked about every day on social media like they still do now. They're going to find some kind of way to still talk about it. Only way I'm talking about it because they talk about it on TV. You can't get mad at me if they talk about it on TV. These motherfuckers been talking about LeBron since he came ever since the motherfucker was in high school. And when they did the most blasphemous thing I ever seen in my motherfucking life, they had this man sitting on the throne with a crown on his head. But anyway, he's home. But they're going to show some kind of way to talk about him. Even show his little Ruffles commercials and all that little bullshit. Look, Giannis is Giannis, man. I give it to Giannis, man. If Giannis wins this series, man, we got to. I don't know why people don't want to put no respect on it. I don't understand why people don't want to respect people that do things the right way, any motherfucking way. Giannis didn't quit. He didn't ask for no coach to be traded. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do all that other shit like LeBron did. He don't try to control the organization. So this motherfucker is not LeBron. That man is Giannis. That man don't have his second best player, but he's their best player. And Jrue Holiday, yes, Jrue Holiday is a great player. He got better later on in his career. Always been a great defender. And Bobby Portis is playing better now. So when he actually played, they actually won this last game. Played him in the fourth quarter instead of playing some slow foot ass. I like Brook Lopez, but Brook Lopez, No, no, he just not it. Now we get to Luka and them. Luka, I still pick the Suns at 7. I don't think Dallas gonna beat Phoenix, but if he does, he does. I give him his card. I give him his card if he wins. But ain't nobody's proved to me. Ain't nobody wanted each other home court. So I got to give the favorite to Phoenix. I just have to. That's just out of respect. They are the number 1 seed. Um, I think we're gonna get this. I'm thinking we're gonna get this Phoenix and Golden State. I think the Warriors gonna win tonight. I do. But if they don't win, whew, we'll see. Are we gonna have 2 game 7s in the weekend? I'm just saying. Um, it shouldn't be. But you know, we got people out here that don't think basketball is rigged and all this other stuff and all this fugazi stuff, man. Y'all, you really think these people really be going out winning, letting the best team win and all this shit? No. I see too many years of basketball. Even the team that I used to root for, where they cheated Chris Webber and them. That should have went. They should have went to the finals, but they didn't want Sacramento in there because the Lakers is the brand, like the Celtics. They're a big brand. I just don't get it. Luka did his thing, but I just don't see him beating them. The Warriors better get it done tonight, which I think they do. But if they don't, I don't know. When you get smacked like that by 55, that's another thing. I just want to see this. I want to see that match between them and Phoenix for the simple fact because it's must see. Chris Paul against Steph. Now y'all could set now for everybody talking about that Curry owns CP3. Lately he has, but early in their careers, no way. So that let me know y'all didn't start watching Curry until Curry started beating CP3 when he did that little crossover on him. Y'all was like, ooh, and y'all forget that part when he sat there and did the same thing. He crossed him over and then he shimmied and went all the way down the court. He did it that same game. Y'all remember that? See, this is one thing I know about casual fans and butt runners. I call y'all butt runners because y'all don't like to tell the fucking truth. Y'all don't like to give nobody their card, but then y'all want to sit there and want me to expect the person that y'all talking about is the best. No. Best player play both ends of basketball. Period. It always been that way. I don't give a fuck about analytics. I don't give a fuck about all that dumbass shit. Because analytics, this person is not good. Really? And to that reporter who came out and said that Shaq was more dominant than Wilt, nobody was dominant than Wilt, you dumbass. Shaq wasn't dominant like Wilt. Wilt was a world-class athlete. But Shaq was a world-class athlete. I like Shaq, but Shaq ain't Wilt. You look at every 2K, look in 2K, people that got 2K. Look at the teams that Wilt Chamberlain is on, and you see how many records he is. So you try to tell me Shaq was dominant than Wilt Chamberlain? Look at Philadelphia when he played for the Sixers. He got records there. Look on Golden State. He got records on there. You go to what was the other team he played for? I said Philly, Golden State, and the Lakers. He got records in that too. Shaq was not dominant like motherfucking Wilt. He wasn't. And Shaq was dominant in his time. But imagine how Shaq would have been more dominant if he actually took care of it. How can somebody be more dominant than somebody than Shaq didn't take care of his body like Wilt did? Wilt was a world-class athlete. And he did track and field. He was a world-class athlete. I've been studying Wilt Chamberlain ever since when I was 14 years old. I had to do a report about Wilt Chamberlain. But the best way, I tell people, if you live in Lawrence, all you got to do is go to University of Kansas. You'll find out how Wilt was at, how Wilt was. Shaq wasn't Wilt. No way, no how. Period. He wasn't. Um, so moving on, um, we're going to see if we just going to see Mavs, man. Man, I just don't understand. I got a fan just subscribed to me just now, and he's just like, CP3 always get cooked. Man, no, you don't. So I'm just asking. When I ask this young subscriber is this? It's like this is one thing I don't understand about basketball, because basketball do it to their own great ones. They disregard. They just act like people ain't never seen shit. Steph didn't just us come in and start winning and shit. I know. Thank you, Big Worm. I know it's 21-14. Salute to everybody in the chat. Um, I don't know if the Suns are in trouble. This is one thing I understand about people. Just because I understand what you're saying, Asim, but has Dallas beat Phoenix at home in these playoffs? No, just like look, if Game 7 was actually in Dallas, I probably would have picked the Mavericks, but it's not. Now, Luca gonna really do I have do yes, Mav has a chance. Of course, it was game seven. I seen road teams win on game seven before. It ain't much, but I don't think the Suns are in trouble. Not at all. Suns is look, when you're the number one seed, you play for home court advantage for this specific reason. Now, when you win a championship, you got some championship teams in the years past, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. You know? It just didn't. It just didn't happen. Let me go over these stats right quick, and then I'm just gonna drop this. I will be doing stream. I will be doing this stream, and I will be doing both of the games tonight. Like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app if you show desire. But we got to start. And this is one thing I don't understand about people. Y'all always say respect Steph because of his 3 rings and all that. I get all that, but I'm not gonna sit here and I watched Chris Paul ever since Chris Paul was in fucking high school. Okay, I've been watching fucking Steph Curry ever since he was at Davidson. I watched their whole entire career. And Steph didn't come in cooking nobody when he came in there because, number one, he had ankle problems. Then once they finally, and Steph wasn't getting that burn like that because at that time it was Monte Ellis was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So all this notion that Steph Curry always owned, nah, that's false. That's false. Now, take it to consideration. Cause you know when they formed that big 3 with him, KD, and Drake. Now I don't call Draymond and Clay. That's how you got them wins. Majority of them wins came right there. I'm just keeping it real. I just want to see a great series. I don't like people that's y'all don't know shit. Talking about he always owned Steph Curry. Steph Curry always owned. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. For this specific reason that like a lot of J. Reed but jockstrap sniffers be saying, oh, he owned Kobe Bryant 16. It doesn't matter. Oh, but y'all forget when it was actually was he was actually in Cleveland. He got majority wins when he was in motherfucking Miami with Dwayne Wade and them. Because when you look at them when they faced head to head when it was Lakers and Cleveland, I think the head to head was like I think LeBron was like 1 up over him. So you're saying that he's better. So I could sit there and be like, well, Kobe Bryant always beat Mike in head to head when they played each other. Had hold the head-to-head matchup. Kobe ain't better than Mike, but he the second coming. He was the second thing like Mike. And I don't understand how people want to, like Max Kellerman, want to compare James Harden to Kobe Bryant. How? Kobe played both ends of the floor. Kobe was always in the gym. Always. Worn or not. Kobe always worked on his weaknesses. James Harden ain't did that. Only thing James Harden wanted to do was go out there and be James Harden. And a performance like that, that's uncalled for. That's uncalled for. You only take 2 shots. Maxey, to me, was the only motherfucker that was trying to do something. You know, Tobias Harris, he just don't show up to me when it's time. He's a great player, but he has a lot of moments in the playoffs where he fall off. Knowing that Joel Embiid was hurt, not even nowhere near himself, you'll think James Harden, but James Harden is James Harden. Oh, let me get to James Harden again. Oh, James Harden. Titties over titles. You sat there and said you traded Chris Paul because you thought he was washed up. Now, who look washed up now? Yeah, I'm talking to you, James Harden. You the one that sat there and said that you got him traded. You got him traded. I remember the remarks that you said. You said that you got him traded because you said that Chris Paul was washed. Look like you more washed up than Chris Paul is, sir. Chris Paul got a whole lot farther without you. And you was the main nigga on that team. And since he left then, Chris Paul at least went to a finals. You ain't been to the finals since when you was a 6th man. All these disrespecting all these other players and shit like that, y'all gotta stop that shit, bro. I read into it, but I'm gonna tell the truth, man. No, man. No. Y'all gotta stop. But y'all want all this respect for y'all favorite player, and then y'all can't respect the player that actually. And one thing I notice about a lot of people is that people that does shit the right way, that's a man or a woman. When you did stuff the right way, I mean really do it the right way. People don't applaud that shit. But you was out there like a young thug and a gunner. I'm gonna sell your soul. Everybody want to be Scarface. One thing I know is about cats in the industry, everybody want to be Scarface until the end. Because when that knocking coming at your door, when the police coming, when the feds come, and all this other stuff, and the same people that you sitting there, they ain't got nothing to say. So, and this is one thing too, young thug. Now, I talk about everything on here, so I don't give a fuck. This is my fucking channel, but this is real shit that I'm saying. Young Thug, you had this guy that was on your show. You was interviewing him. And he was telling you how many years he done. This man say he done, I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but if y'all seen it, it's on YouTube. The guy was like, yeah, I think he did like 5 years in juvie, and he did 25 years prison time. He said, I don't know why y'all act like y'all so hard, y'all gangsters and all this and that there. When you go up in there, ain't nobody coming up in there to see you. And them same people that you disrespecting, you acting like you hard, that's what the industry does. They let y'all get that little limelight. Y'all act like y'all so untouchable. And then when them handcuffs come on you, click, click. I could talk about it. I was locked up before. Younger. For not snitching on my boy. Who had dope. Didn't even know it. Took that shit across the chin. DA was trying to get me to snitch and talking every fucking thing. They was trying to get me to snitch. They tried to get me, we know this ain't yours. We know we've been following you. We know this, we know that. Just give us his name and we let you go home. No. I took that shit in the chest. I took it like a man. And I just told him, you might as well put your hands across my back. I just put my hand across my back. It was like, hey, I'm not. I'll just take it. And I did the time. Didn't have to. I could have sat there and told on the person at the time. But what that would have done me? Let's just say if I didn't do it. I could still would have been knocked off. I know all his homies. I knew everybody. I knew his whole family. I didn't want that shit in my conscience. So I took it in the chest. I took it as a man. I never snitched on my own freaking family members. My sister, my brothers. I never went to my parents not one time and said one thing about them. And I'm 43 years old. I didn't do it when I was younger, and I definitely didn't do it when I was grown. Everybody always want to have to say something about me, though. But that's the difference. I stand 10 toes down what the fuck I say. And y'all wonder why I don't get subscribers? Because of my mouth. There's too much of this Satanism. Too much of that Satan and bullshit. You got women still to this day want to disrespect men like we ain't nothing. But then you have you have brothers that do talk about it, that do put men on alert. Even they got women that talk about that stuff. Talk about how women is doing other men. And y'all want to try to cancel them out. Man, y'all is toxic. It's just one thing. If none of the stuff them brothers were saying or them sisters were saying about y'all women who are hateful like that, why y'all having a big uproar about it if it's not true? Y'all having a big uproar about it because it is true. Because everything these people have said about how women are, how some women are, not all of them is like that. I know women right now can't even cook nothing if you ask them to. Your husband, your man could come home from work, 18, let's say 12, 14-hour shift, or even 8-hour shift. There's no food cooked. There's nothing. I met a lot of women in my life that can't cook worth a crap. I know women they'll burn toast in a toaster. So a lot of stuff Cameron Samuels was actually doing, and the other brothers that I see on YouTube, even the ladies on YouTube, and even on these other little platforms that exposing everything, all y'all negative people don't like that shit. It ain't fun when the rabbit has the gun, huh? When people start speaking truth, people don't want to pour into nobody. Like yesterday, I was trying to tell people how I changed my life on Ticket Channel. Dude gonna tell me, oh, DHS, dude. I don't have any kids, but they got resources, you dumbass. Out here in the West Coast, they got more resources out here for DHS than they do anywhere in the United States. They do. Name a DHS you know that's going to give you a gas car for you to go to work every day down south or the Midwest or in the East Coast. I'll wait. Name a DHS going to help you find a job. But they know that you're looking for a job, but then they're helping you to get a better job. Name a place. I'm waiting. One thing I noticed about people on YouTube, y'all act like y'all so fucking hard. Y'all act like y'all so gangster. Y'all want to say that niggas are snitching on y'all. Nigga acting like the police and shit. When niggas out here promoting themselves about what the fuck you doing. Is he snitching nigga? Is he a police nigga? You just policed on your own self telling him what the fuck you doing. But then when somebody else see that you do that shit, hear you say that shit, then you want to get mad at them. I don't get people like that, bro. Everybody always hard when a microphone is in front of them. When nobody ain't around. I'm just keeping it real. I'm talking about a little bit of everything today. I don't give a fuck. This is my channel. There's the only way I know I could talk without motherfuckers interrupting me. I speak truth. I'm telling you shit that I seen, shit that I've been through. I ain't got to do. I ain't. I don't have to deal with it no more. Hold on, just a second. I don't have to deal with it no more. For a reason. Why? Because I bettered myself. I start hanging out with clown ass motherfuckers. I know people really is about that life. I know people will come out there and really see you. America is not as big as everybody think it is. And I've been to 45 states by my damn self. I've been to 45 states by my damn self because I always wanted to travel, see where I was at was more fucked up than everywhere else. But one thing I did notice, when you get to the East Coast, when you get to the South, especially in the Midwest, people got bad out there. Then you gotta start looking yourself in the mirror, man or woman. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror. You did. I did. A lot of times. That's why I faded back. I always was a loner. I liked that. I didn't have to get I ain't got to get no notoriety from no motherfucking body. Cause everywhere I went, every homie, every house, every brother, every preacher or missionary or whatever house I ever went to in my life, I was always by myself. You know why I was always by myself? Because I didn't hang out with nobody. There was nobody who I could trust. And then the people who I did know, they couldn't go with none of the places that I've been. Because number one, they didn't know how to act. And two, ain't no telling what they would have done. And then if they did done something, guess who was going to end up taking the fall for me? Because I brought them people over there. I never was like that. Never. That's why a lot of people that do know me, they respect me to the fullest. They know I ain't going to tell you no lie. I got friends that have kids. I was out this morning helping the kid work on his game this morning. And I'm getting back in shape. I already showing the guy and showing his mother and showing his father that I know y'all ain't got the time because of y'all work schedules and everything like that, but I make sure that everything goes all right. I make sure they do what they supposed to do. If people came to me in a confidence, and I don't let people down. I just don't. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. It's 9 o'clock. I've done more stuff from 4 to 9. Right before I started my stream, I should be laying in my bed getting ready for the night. But I'm not the type person that lay in bed all day and just say, woe is me and all this. I don't start work the next week. But I've never been the type person that sit there in bed all day long and woe is me and all this other stuff. Fuck out of here. You got to go out there and get it done. Ain't nobody going to help you do it. And then for the people when y'all do get help, for the people that do get help, what the fuck y'all do when y'all do get help? Do y'all really use it? I know people that really try to help people. They don't want that shit. But let it be somebody that's out in the world, like really in the world, that's negative and everything. They will go into that. They will feed into that. I had a homie. I don't even talk to my true friends no more because they on some BS. They all got problems. Everybody got problems. I cut them off. Only certain people I will talk to if they message me, say you want to talk. I'm talking to people who really know me in these streets. They know I will call. They know I will answer and talk to them. But the others who I cut off, I'm dead ass serious about it. Y'all niggas ain't right. Y'all men ain't right, and y'all women ain't right out there. I'm talking to the people who I fucking know. You got your kids out here don't even know who the fuck they are. Don't even know where the fuck you are half of the motherfucking time. You want to play a game with somebody that's pouring life into you. You want to play games for somebody that's treating you like a lady. You taking that for granted. I got a partner taking care of somebody's kids that's not even his. Mind you, he got a kid from a woman, but then she has a child that was there previous before they got her, and guess what he's doing? He's taking care of both of them. But guess what she did? She dumped them. She ain't dumped them. She basically dumped them in a sense because she went back and getting them same thug ass niggas. And guess where she's at right now, y'all? She's praying for her life right now. She's sitting in the hospital because the dude that she was cheating on my homeboy with, the father of her kid, dude beat the brakes out of her, left her for dead, and then dropped her off back into the house where she lived in. My boy didn't live with her. He had his own. So he went just to go, just periodically. This just happened yesterday, y'all. This is real shit. That's why I don't understand people, because y'all don't know what a motherfucker's going through in their motherfucking life. You don't know what people go through. And y'all women, and some of y'all women, y'all definitely don't know. And even y'all men know that too. There's some trifling ass niggas out there. I know some dudes got some good ass chicks. Got some good women. I know some women that go to church that's good. I know some women that don't go to church that are great. They do anything in the world for their man because they showing him that he was a provider. I know some women out here, they don't care what kind of job you got. As long as you working, that's all that matters. But we live in a country where they like to judge you. I remember growing up, and I used to watch Saturday Night Live growing up. You know, talking about when I was a teenager. You don't want to work at McDonald's, all this. And I lived in Louisiana. I got out of prison. What kind of job I could have got at that time? I was 22, 23 years old. I couldn't get no good job. So from 23 to when I'm 43, it took me 20 years to get my life back. 20 years. And for this person that sat there and was trying to mock me yesterday, talking about DHS, did you know DHS out here in Tacoma, Washington, actually helped me get the process of elimination of getting my life back? Did you know that? But you won't know that with your dumb ass. And that's one thing about us as a people, us Nubian people, us real Nubian people that actually preaching a good message. Y'all people do not like that shit. But let me have a platform where I having men and women calling each other bitches, hoes, sluts, everything like that. Man, this shit would be flooded. And I'm just gonna switch it up like this. I could sit there and say that LeBron James is the best player that ever played a game of basketball. You know how many motherfuckers subscribe to my channel just for me saying that shit? I just don't understand people, how y'all move and how y'all think and everything like that. Y'all really think this internet is a game? Everybody's all big and hard when you're online. But I know some niggas that will reach out and touch somebody's hand. They will come out and reach you. I know some women the same way too. I don't give a fuck what you do in your life. You only get one life. Just one. Everybody's always want to be a gangster till them handcuffs get caught up on you. And then when them handcuffs come off of you, then what? Man, can we stop sagging our pants too? I'm tired of seeing shit stains in your drawers. I'm a grown ass man. I went to my job yesterday just to chop it up. Whatever. You know how many men I seen with they drawers looking like they about to be available? And I ain't talking about Available by Milton Brunson. If y'all know what that's. Lord, I'm available to you. You. What? Yeah, it ain't that available. You really letting guys know you available. I ain't gonna tell no grown behind man to sit there and pull his pants up. Got shit stains coming out that motherfucker. But women, street women, they love that shit. You ain't no thug. I don't want to talk to you. Okay? So you go the thug, the thug, the thug, the thug, the thug, the thug, the thug. And then all of a sudden you're in your 40s and you're in 50s. And then all of a sudden you want somebody to sit there and want to take your hand in marriage. But when you have somebody who was trying to treat you right, you didn't want to treat them right. Stop. I'm telling y'all people, man, don't take advantage of people, man. I'm telling you, if you know you ain't trying to be with somebody, you need to let them know. If you know you're going to be, I'm telling you, the worst thing to fuck with a man about, a real man, is his money. If a man invests his money into you, you don't fuck that shit up. If a woman, it goes both ways. If a woman is investing her time in you, you don't fuck that up. Everything I'm saying, it goes both ways. We live in a society where women is supposed to be here. Women is supposed to value ourselves. And then you got us men, we supposed to devalue ourselves. How? I always value myself. I value myself. People with that negative energy, I don't fuck around with that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like no kind of negativity. Anybody can talk shit. And when we can't even sit and have a basketball discussion with a lot of these people out here on these streets, on these YouTube streets, well, niggas want to get personal and shit. What does personal got to do with a basketball opinion? It's just basketball opinion. I ain't never seen so many niggas swear they cooking shit. Oh man, this is I ain't never lost. How you never lost in a debate? I stand 10 toes down by my goddamn self. I came in here. I came up here by myself. I'm gonna leave out of here by myself. Everybody always got a comment. Everybody acting like they the most high. Everybody acting like they the ones that I know somebody yesterday gonna sit there gonna say karma. And I know when I looked at the woman, a grown ass lady, I said spell karma. This bitch spell caramel. Huh? Caramel? Caramel. No, you said she's getting no. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh my gosh. This woman. Whew. Yeah, it's like that. keep telling a lot of people, man, you don't know who you fixing your, the same people you fixing your lips on talking about folks. It might be the same person that you're going to need somebody to help you out, pray for you, do anything else. That's facts. I seen it happen. Y'all can't tell me shit about life. I seen motherfuckers talk about motherfuckers all day. Talk about them bad. I mean, talk about them bad. Bad. But soon as something come up, guess who the first person they go to? The same person they talking shit about. I have people who talking shit about me all the time, but guess what they always wanted to do if something happened in their life? TP, man, can you pray for me, man? I got this and I got this going on. I got this. And they act like they never said that to you after that fact. And I'd be like, what? Like, hold on. Just about a few minutes ago, they act like they don't never say nothing after that. They want to get no. I didn't do it. I didn't pray for them. Hey, I'm like this. Once I'm done with you, I'm done. Ain't no second chances. Ain't no thirds, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. I don't give up people that. Only time I give up on people is people who really don't give a fuck. They really think that their way is the highway, and then once they find out their way is not the highway. Just a proven point. Just to prove this point right here too. Have you ever noticed when you have friends that move to another state, they move to another region, and they always come back so quick? You ask them, hey, what? I thought you moved to such and such. Yeah, I moved to such and such and everything, man, but I didn't like it down there, man. I just didn't like it down there. You know, and I'm sitting there saying in my mind, and I told them, everybody that knows me, they know that they heard this story from me, for people that has done this, that are my friends that I know. And I tell people up here, like, oh yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, this morning, thank you God, I just remembered it. This morning, there's this guy that just moved. He moved to, where he moved? He moved to Chicago, and he was a hothead already out here. I told him, like, dude, the shit that you doing out here on this coast life, this is coast. I'm almost by California, so I live coast life. I'm on the coast, surrounded by water like a motherfucker. I was like, you the hardest gangster up in here? Boy, you in Chicago, man, them dudes gonna, and them women gonna test your temperature, homie. Nah, man, I'm gonna go up. Man, guess what? The dude ain't even been gone for 2 weeks, but guess where he's at? He's back here. And he didn't look the same way that he did when he left. Faced all fucked up. Got his ass beat. All that shit. Point and more of the story that I'm trying to say is that everybody can change their life. It all depends on how you receive the message. Everybody receives the message differently. You got some people they could take hard criticism and talk. I've been there, done that. I grew up in the house. I had to. I grew up in the house where I had to listen to everybody in my goddamn family, even my mom and my dad. That's a given. I'm telling y'all true shit. I'm the second oldest in my family. I had siblings used to talk to me like they was my fucking parents. And I couldn't say nothing back to them. That I didn't like that growing up. I didn't like that. But everybody just feel like they could say whatever. That's why I'm the man I am. You ain't gonna sit here and say whatever you want to say to me. I'm just gonna sit back. You just ain't gonna say anything. No. Mind you, I never got involved in any of my family business. I never got into any of their relationships, marriages, who they was dating, anything like that. I never got into that shit. Never got into it. It's not my business. Whenever they used to talk to me about that, I'd be like, I don't want to hear it. But guess what? When I was in a relationship, when I was dating somebody, whatever, oh, they got to know everything. Why you want to know so much about me? Nah, you can't have that. I'm very private about my life. I like it that way. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't hide for no man either. Never have in my whole damn life. I ain't never hide for no woman. I wasn't out here making kids. I wasn't out there making children. And black women, y'all need to stop this mark talking about the man's over such that he might be gay and all this other shit. Man, you dumber than a box of Roscoe women. Y'all was saying that shit ever since I was growing up. But guess who always ended up being single? Y'all the same. It's amazing. People who say shit like that, it's amazing how you reap what you sow. It could be a good deed. It could be a bad deed. You don't know when it's going to happen, but it happens. But I know the people who always say shit like that, they ain't got no man. They ain't got nothing. Some of them end up becoming bull daggers. And then the some that are bull daggers, ain't nobody want them no more. I always said this. Ain't no man gonna want a nasty woman. I'm gonna repeat myself. Ain't no man want a nasty woman, just like a woman don't want no nasty ass man. But guess what? If somebody do want you, trust me, they nasty. I got friends, they'll tell you right now. If I get invited to their house, there's only certain people's houses I go to. If your house is nasty, dirty, got roaches flying on the walls and shit, and they want a door fee when you come in there and shit. Nah, man, I don't be around it. I can't. I just can't. I can't be around people that's like that. I can't be around people that you don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of your house. You don't take care of nothing. Your house look like trash. It's filth. I lived in Oregon for 5 years. I had never seen a roach in Oregon. I'm going to say this again. I lived in Oregon for 5 years, and I ain't never seen no roach. Never. There has been a couple of people that I know, been to. I'll never go again. Because the house is it's nasty, filthy, dirty, all kinds of shit. And I'm just gonna be real with you. If y'all you don't have to support me no more, that's fine. Only real people, like when real people who comes in here, who support me on a daily basis, y'all already know. Can't shoot the messenger. I'm just so tired of people especially us black folks. We love to talk about everybody else's business, but then when it comes starting to getting down to your business, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to say. You always have an opinion, but your opinion is always negative. It ain't nothing about what you can do better. It ain't nothing about what you can do better. Excuse me. It ain't about that. But if it's negative, you get all the shit. I just be watching streams sometimes just to see. I'm talking about shit that I know. I could go on YouTube right now and pull up some shit and motherfuckers talking about motherfuckers and shit like that. Man, you know how many people be donating money to shit like that? I be like, wow. But anybody that's positive, you got some people might support them, but let's just be real. It ain't gonna be a lot. Shoot, I'm being dead serious about what the fuck I'm talking about. People can't tell me about YouTube and shit like that, man. And I remember when I started, got on YouTube and shit like that. It's always been like that. Niggas just act like, oh, he's doing it for clout. How can somebody who done something in their career over 20 plus years or a career, this is just anybody, and they looking for clout? How are you looking for clout? How are you looking for clout when this man or this woman is already proven in their profession for what they did, for what they do? But you get cats that's mad. Oh, I don't want to argue with him. He ain't even got such and such. I told y'all, look at when I started my shit last year. When I was doing all the players games last year. It's on. All you gotta do is go onto my channel and click it. You'll see it yourself. Look at how many fucking views I had when I started. Just look. Compared to now. I don't even get over 500 views. I don't even get nowhere near 300 and 400 views. Because I know why. They blocked me from Twitch. All just because I said that LeBron James is not the best player in the NBA. They blocked me from even promoting my videos on Twitch. I'm going to drop the link, man. I'm about to take a break, man. But before then, we'll get some homies in here to hold it down for me, man. Because I need to take a break, stretch my legs out. Because I've been tired. I am tired. My body's tired, but I'm not sleepy at all. Because I went and worked out. Then I helped a young person who I'm helping. Got to play ball and stuff like that. Getting ready for this season, but helping them. I'm tired. I hit that shower before I started, and I was just like, ooh. I'm just ready to, but I just can't. My body, once I'm up, I'm up. Once I'm up, I'm up. And I do appreciate everybody who really do come and support me and everything like that. It is what it is. But it's like I keep telling motherfuckers, I'm not in competition with none of my homies, man. None of them. Because I met them all at the same place. I not try to be like nobody. I'm me. If I give you a wrench, you already know why I gave you a wrench. Cause you're a supporter. But it's not a reason for you to block people. I don't like people being blocked on my channel. Only way I block people on my channel, you come in here spamming, you saying some that are really disingenuous. And that's the only way I do that. But other than that, that's all I got to say. I had to get that shit off. Cause I'm so tired of people on YouTube. Y'all want to act like y'all created this shit. All this shit is ran by government shit. All this shit, TikTok, all this shit connected together. Oh, let me just get on the young kids right quick. Young kid, y'all need to stop jumping motherfuckers and then recording it, and then you got 10 motherfuckers jumping on one person, and you really thinking like you doing something out here in these streets. No, this is the difference between the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. You wasn't going to jump nobody where I grew up. Every places I've been, if any of your friends would have jumped in, I feel sorry for you who did. I'm just tired of seeing girls 10 on 1 jumping on a girl. Like what is that? But everybody got a camera out though. Everybody got a camera just sitting there just recording 10 girls and then you acting all tough and shit. What the fuck is that? And that let me know y'all women ain't got no home training. And there's another thing I need to talk about. All this pranking and shit. I'm seeing a lot of dudes been sitting there pranking women, pranking couples and shit like that. You're going to come across the right person one day, y'all. Keep on pranking people. Keep on pranking people. You got some people that's really about that life. Life is fun and games till it happen to you. Let me let everybody in. I'm ready. I need to take me a break. I've been by myself cooking for a whole hour. Well, I ain't know it was an hour already, but let me let somebody in now. I'm done what I had to say, and I stand 10 toes down with the fuck I said too. And I don't give a fuck, motherfucker didn't like what the fuck I said. Don't shoot the messenger how the fuck I presented it. But if I was in here having a whole bunch of niggas in here, we calling a bunch of bitches, a bunch of hoes, a bunch of all this other shit, all motherfuckers being here flooded like a motherfucker. Y'all some drama ass motherfucking people. Not everybody is. The most of them are. Y'all acting like y'all motherfucking Scarface and shit on YouTube and shit like that. Everybody wants to be Scarface until the end. And that's real. Niggas drop anybody want to come in. Because I need a break. I need to get up, stretch my legs out. All that. All right, Lakers drop, y'all. Come on, cuz. I need a break. Once people come in, chop it up. If not, I'll shut this bitch down. No matter to me.
What's going on, Mr. T Price? What's going
Yo,
on?
what up?
Doing all right?
I'm good. Man, I'm good. I just had to get some stuff.
Shit off of your chest, man. Yeah, man, but you know, let's see what we talk about. Western Conference, man, Phoenix need to get it together. And Philly, we already know what time of day it was over there. You know what I'm saying? I guess the Miami with PJ Tucker and Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? So Joel Embiid, Joel Embiid, I heard on the YouTube street said Joel Embiid was crying again. I said, damn, I ain't see him.
Yeah, he was crying. Yeah, he was crying. He cried, but this is the thing, and I said this already. I don't feel sorry for Joel Embiid for this specific. I understand Andrew. He still try to give it all his guy, but I know everybody want to blame Doc, but we already know Doc gonna be the fall anyway. But James Harden dropped the ball. James Harden's not a superstar. He's not. He's not a superstar. He's not. And I never even consider him as a superstar because you just can't be so offensive. I never seen so many. Look at the players in this top 75 list. Name all them. Name the in this era that made the 75. How many of them 75 players actually played elite? Have 10 selections all defense? I'll wait. I'm talking about the players that are in the 75 list that are now in the 75 list. Do they even got 5? Do they even got 6? Do they got 7, 6 to 10 years in all defensive teams?
Nope.
I'm just saying, can't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, how can you? How and this is and one thing. I knew James Harden was gonna fail like that, but the way he failed, he didn't even try. It looked like to me personally that he didn't give a fuck. But you know why he didn't give a fuck? This one question right here hit home when they asked him about Doc Rivers. You know what he said? Next question. Bingo.
James Harden, the AC Earl, didn't he? James Harden went for James Harden to AC Earl.
And I feel bad for the player like what's that dude name? Oh, Maxie. Maxie was on the one. Look, I watched the game last night. There was a lot of times Maxie wanted to bring the ball up. James Harden waving him off. Okay, you waving off in the second half, and you ain't even shoot a shot in the second half. You know Joel Embiid wasn't even nowhere near himself. That's when the second player allegedly, always a second player allegedly supposed to give you over that hump. James Harden didn't do that. He's trash. I don't like
Yeah,
calling.
that's
I don't like calling people trash. I don't like calling.
of Philly, man.
I don't like to call NBA players trash and everything like that. But I don't know what else good to say about them.
All that goddamn, man. Need to give it to me. Need to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Give us.
This is the thing with him though too, because I know they was talking about it though, but we've been talking about this forever about the CBA or how they gonna have to go back, and I know Stephen A. used James Harden used Ben Simmons, and they used what you call it, talking about how they don't fucked up the basketball era on set teams back and shit like that. There's another person, I already mentioned it earlier. We already know Jay Reed. He's another person that did the same shit too, set another franchise back, but he is supposed to be considered the greatest, so he can't be in this conversation. Yeah, he can be, but y'all just don't choose him to. And it's like another thing I always say. When you got somebody that play the game the right way, you got somebody that do things the right way, people don't want to acknowledge that shit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to acknowledge it. Now, if you sit there and you cheat the game, you cheat anything that you do in your life, that gets more glorified than a person that's actually got it from the ground up. This is what we celebrate. We celebrate people. We celebrate super teams. This era right here, I'm talking about this era. This era, they get praised for being on a super team.
And that's fuck.
And you get praised, and then you get put on Mount Rushmore because you had a super. I don't give a fuck what LeBron. Yeah, LeBron got all these stats. I get all that, but majority, all that shit came on a super team. All that shit came on the super team. But he's home. But you know they still got to talk about him. Cause look, they talking about the Lakers. Rich Paul. They don't need to trade LeBron and all this other stuff. And I know Kendrick Perkins. He was just like this morning. He was just like, yeah, I want to see somebody new. And Stephen A. Smith, you act like a bride when niggas say something. You want to get all in your feelings. You want to pout all in your chair. Don't you know you look like Jimmy the Cricket, motherfucker?
You might as well be pregnant. You might as well be pregnant, motherfucking. What's it called, man? Have menstrual cycles and shit, man. That's what Stephen A. Smith kind of remind me of, man. Be having the menstrual cycles, man. Yeah, like you act like you playing the game. Why don't you play the game? Oh, I forgot you didn't do that. Oh, I forgot you didn't do that, Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, you got some jackasses of NBA players be on the panel. But Stephen A., sit the fuck down, bro. Sit the fuck down. Could you make it in the NBA? You should have. But you motherfucker get Big House Games fired, right? Big House Games fired, right? Tried to. You know what I'm saying? So Stephen A. Smith, man, sit the fuck down and give an honest opinion. And a matter of fact, don't be motherfucker going on one player or going on another player, but when it comes to that certain player, you want to motherfucker give them praise or give them the benefit of the doubt.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
I just thought about this too, Stephen A. You doing everything in your power to, and this is one thing I've been noticing about this ever since sports was, since I began to figure out, once I figured out what mainstream media was all about, even when I was young. You never saw, I always saw black anchors talk about black people. And it, period. Now, They don't. They don't. You don't see them talk about white. Look at baseball for instance. Do you hear anything about baseball players? Do you hear anything about hockey players? Do you, and I know hockey got to be doing the most, but that shit just. But whenever it's a lot of black people involved, that's where y'all get y'all meat and potatoes from. Y'all and I don't expect Stephen A. because he wakes up every morning wanna wanna he don't say for what he wanna do. It's about his daddy, his zaddy, whoever the fuck is his boss wants. It ain't what you want. You got to do something. And
I a couple of players, but you talk about all them, but you got all the top and motherfucker, you got on the players.
um, who you got winning tonight?
What you talking about, T-Pro?
Talking about the games tonight. We got 2 game 6s tonight. We got Boston. We got Boston and we got Boston and the Bucks, and we got the Grizzlies and the Warriors.
I'm gonna tell you this. If I see the NBA for if the Bucks get it tonight, man, you know what I'm saying? And Dallas, man, in Dallas, man, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix need to get it together too. I'm telling you this, man. Phoenix need to get it together tonight. You know what I'm saying? You let Luka down this yard out here running loose. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Bucks and the Suns get this game tonight. No, the Warriors. I meant to say the Warriors. Warriors. They need to get it together tonight too. Either let Memphis without John Morant beat your asses like that. It's time for a comeback. It's just like the Memorial Day massacre that came just like the LA Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Go.
Yeah. But I think this is what I think. I'm just going by what I think. Okay. I think the Bucks is going to win this game tonight. Um, they're going to be at home. I know Stephen A. You praying for Boston because we know you're the biggest. You and Skip Bayless have become the new haters of Giannis. That's just now all of a sudden now y'all just don't like Giannis. Okay, I get all that, but Boston was supposed to win it, and this is one thing I don't like about news people. Um, it's more about Boston losing. Bucks took that game away from them. You know what happened? Defense. The same way Boston had the best defense, right? They had the best defense ever since the second half of the season. Now they are a good defensive team, but but hey, they didn't get it done, man. They did not get it done. Give the Bucks their credit. Oh, I forgot. They can't give Bucks the credit, but I guarantee you this: let that have been RoboCop. Let that have been somebody of that ilk, or KD, or somebody like that. Oh, they'll get all the freaking. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was saying earlier. When you got somebody that's playing the game, have we seen players in the past did it? They did it with one team that
Well,
drafted him. Go ahead, 313.
it is, Giannis represent real basketball, and looking at the fact that Stephen A. and them, work for Disney, and the thing of it is that they don't want real basketball to come back. That's why they're trying to feminize basketball as it is right now, and Giannis represents a mentality that's against that.
I never even heard it. I never heard it, brother. I never even heard somebody broke it down like that. But keep cooking though. Hey man, I'm about to take a break right quick, man. Y'all hold it down. I'll be back. Keep cooking though.
All right,
Go ahead, cook.
no, but the thing of it is like, look at the agenda of Disney as a whole, and the way they've been, want to introduce, first female this, first female that. all of a sudden they're gonna start changing the rules, to pander to a certain agenda that's gonna unfortunately feminize basketball. I mean, look at me. I mean, my Pistons in 2004. Hate to say this against TP and other Laker fans, but after we defeated them, look at what my man what was his name? Uh, David Stern. David Stern. He took the hand checking away, which allowed the other offensive players, to score at will. And now Giannis is representing, real basketball where you actually have to play D in the fourth quarter or in any quarter. He represents real basketball. And this is what ESPN, who's attached to Disney, don't like at all. What they really are against is Giannis is against these clowns that want to change and feminize basketball, and these clowns now they can't stand that.
Hey, and changing teams too, man. You know what I'm saying? You got your Jordans, your Kobe's, and your Giannis's, man. You know what I'm saying? They stay with their teams. Even though good, bad, ugly. Good, bad, or ugly. They changed. They didn't change they didn't change
And
the
we
team.
can't forget about Duncan and Tim
Yeah,
Duncan.
yeah, Tim Duncan. I know Tim Duncan. I forgot about that too.
Hey, but he said something that really hit home because if I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, go ahead, Tupac.
Hold on. I'm putting on my shoes on. I gotta go outside and check my mail and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna take a break. But what the homie said is true. You know what I'm saying? But Disney is a lot of people don't understand what that Disney. You know what that Disney. You know what that Mickey Mouse. A lot of people don't know. What's one thing I always say? Science and symbols what rules the world, right? Which it does.
Mm-hmm.
But who we live in a world that a lot of people don't understand. This was. I know the Bible been taken out, been doing. It's probably been reworded 3 or 4 times or whatever. But this is why we got so much chaos in this world. And look after the years. I got a book that's right here in front of I got it in my face right now. This book came out in 1996. Okay, 1996, and the book that one of my friends gave me was the 21 Rules of the Illuminati. Okay. Now, everything that's in that book, all them 21 rules, everything that's going on in this world and all this other stuff, everything is in that book. Everything is in it. Now, look at everything that you got. Even these clothing lines and all that shit, it's all got some kind of satanic ritual on the shit. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people don't know. Yes, some of the clothes that we wear and we buy, y'all don't even know what kind of symbols and all that shit, what that shit really means. And then once you find out about what the shit is, then what? Disney. Look at the Disney cartoons and shit. Let me give you another example. How come I will give you an even better example. How come every sitcom that you see on TV nowadays, every sitcom, even in the kids' cartoons, so-called kid cartoons, you always see one gay character in it. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all goes hand in hand. Now I never thought about how this brother put it down, but hey, I never even thought about that. But I know how Disney get down, and a lot of people don't understand that even Mickey Mouse. A lot of people don't even know them ears. Don't they know that actually means devil horns?
Yeah, they are.
They are devil horns, y'all.
Wow.
Y'all know Mickey Mouse? Yeah, good old Mickey Mouse. His soul-called ears. Don't y'all know is that? Now, I've been knowing about that since '90s, in the '90s.
Yeah,
Cause you remember how Disney? I'm gonna tell y'all this. You remember how Disney used to be back in the day? You remember how Disney used to be back in the day? Disney wasn't like how it is now. Look at the
Yeah.
80s. Look at the 90s. Look at the era that we grew up in. We grew up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. You understand something. It was more about family, morals, ethics, all that stuff. Then we get to the 2000s, it's nothing. But y'all continue to cook. I'll be back. I'm gonna take a
Uh,
15.
It used to
and to
be,
what you
remember,
said,
this to be
it
for kings,
represent,
man.
order. It represented order. Now they try to put their money into things that are out of order. But as we all know, it ain't gonna last long because it's out of order.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Disney and these cartoons, Bugs Bunny, Pink Panther, you know what I'm saying, Tom and Jerry, and all that mess, man. When they shoot somebody in the face, they have
SpongeBob too. And this is one thing people don't understand about SpongeBob. Don't you know he has a secret relationship with Patrick?
Lord have mercy, man. Yeah, that might be that's true right there. Cartoons are doing like rated R movies, man. You know what I'm saying? You know they do like secretive rated R movies and all that other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? PG-13 joints, man. They ain't cussing, but they what's it called, man? So I understand what you're talking about, T Price, man. Me and you and you know. Let me be here.
What
Let's see what's
Kobe
good.
represents was masculinity on the floor. What Giannis represent is masculinity on the floor. And the reason why all this deck stacking was allowed because
Jimmy Butler.
that they didn't want to face real competition like a man. So they
Right.
felt that it was easier to just team up without facing that real competition.
Soft. Everything is in gangs. You know, they promote gang culture. That's what they doing. It's the same in the NBA. Gang culture. Go team up with 4, 5 niggas and see if you can go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Easy, man. Easy, I meant to say, you know what
All
I'm saying? But
good.
salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all brothers, man. You
Salute
know,
to y'all kings, man. For real.
but this is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. You
It's
know what
all
I'm
it's
saying?
all this is all powered by the media. It's called mind manipulation, bro. That's all it is. It's getting you to think a certain way according to how they feel you should think. You know what I'm saying? If you come up with your own ideologies and you break shit down from a logical standpoint, then they're gonna look at you and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So now you become alienated, you know what I'm saying? And then you become an outcast to how mainstream society is functioning. You get what I'm saying? But motherfuckers wasn't built on the way shit is running right now. You get what I'm saying? This shit been orchestrated, bro, for hundreds of years. They know exactly what the next 40 to 100 years gonna look like in the future. It's already been planned out. But we have to really pay attention to all the little shit that they're putting in, like all this. They're putting all this digital shit into the fold. Everything is digital. Everything. Like you don't have to leave the house to go grocery shopping. You get what I'm saying? It's teaching you how to really be dependent upon a system and be lazy as fuck. You get what I'm saying? So now you got a new generation of children. They don't know what work ethic look like. You know what I'm saying? They think everything is supposed to be handed to them on a silver platter. No, motherfucker, you gonna get up, go get you a work permit, go get a job, go ask the next door neighbor, can you mow their lawn? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Go get a newspaper route. Understand what working looks like, and then understand how to help thy neighbor. Like, you know what I'm saying? We so motherfuckers is so closed off to the fact that, bro, we was put on this earth, bro, to serve. You know what I'm saying?
And,
This
and
shit ain't about the individual. And it's a bunch of individual, it's too much individuality, I would say. Niggas only care about
why,
everything that a motherfucker can do for them. Nigga, you go help somebody else. You feel what I'm saying?
and why else do you think they trying to introduce universal basic income?
Exactly.
Because it serves their purpose to make everybody lazy as shit and sit down. Why you think they
Right.
tried it when they gave everybody a stimulus check? That was a test run for UBI. A lot of niggas don't know that.
Yeah. And then when that shit and then what happened when that motherfucking shit ran out? See, it all depends on how you use your stimulus. Are you gonna stack them? Are you gonna reinvest them? You feel what I'm saying? But motherfuckers use them to get material shit, which don't holds no substance, it holds no value. Material shit holds no value at all. You get what I'm saying? So they did that to motherfuckers, and then when that shit ran out, motherfuckers was hungry again. Fuck it, I gotta go take rob, steal, and kill from my own people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he eating over here. I see. Let me go take. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is it's all to manipulate your mind, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Period, point blank. We out here need to get back to helping each other instead of trying to shit on each other or floss. Everybody want to floss. Nigga got this brand new fit, the new motherfucking tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? The new car, new this, new that. Come on, bro. It's motherfuckers that's you walk by every day on the street that's homeless, bro. That need food. And I'm not talking about giving them money, you know what I'm saying, so they can go feed their addictions, alcohol and drugs. Let's go. Walk them to the store, get them some clothes, get them some food. You feel what I'm saying? Shit
And
like
that's what
that. Like,
people don't understand though. You know what I'm saying? I know G Leezy and my brother on the panel and Cheap Price, man. These motherfuckers, man, my stepmother used to say, man, you need to go get a job. You need to go get this. You need to go get that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what a W-2 form is. They don't know what a motherfucking what's it called, man. Try to work under the table so you can have a little money so you what's it called, man. And that's the real point about this, man. You know what I'm saying? People doggone take a van and go to another side, go to go another side of town just to doggone had to wait for 8 hours just to work 8 hours.
right.
Let's go to that situation, go to that workplace and stay there for 8 hours, or you probably can what's it called? Go get you a little overtime. You know what I'm saying? And they work 8 hours for a little overtime. You know, maybe for that main work you're supposed to have done. You know what I'm saying? And that's and they don't believe in that no more, man. You trying to rob us, pay Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? Rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid, man. That's stupid, man.
Yeah, we living on three different Americas, bro. It's three different Americas within one. Period. Which one do you classify? Which one do you identify with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rob Peter to pay Paul, man. Man, that motherfucker shit just been going on for years. Man, about a whole lot of years. For more and more and
Right.
more years, man.
Right.
You better step up to the plate and say, I want more, I want more, I want more. Not to rob Peter to pay Paul. Just go out
Yeah.
there and work so you can what's it called? So you can see how that life is there, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
And the cool part about it, it's out there for all of us to get it. It's just how you go about getting it. You have to be smart and strategic. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to um, the accumulation of, I guess you want to say, money. You feel what I'm saying? It's a certain way you got to go about. Do you want to build generational wealth that's going to impact your great grandchildren and your great 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 grandchildren, or do you want just that instant wealth? You feel me? That wealth that where you can just run through it in less than 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? See,
And this,
it's all about building it's all about building and creating. You get what I'm saying? A different culture, a different society, and a different America, bro. We don't need to lean on them, but guess what? It's ways where they got it to where you can lean on them. You know what I'm saying? To create your own, and then you detach yourself from them. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to use what they're allowing us to have access to in order to build something greater for you. You feel what I'm saying? But we shitting on each other to go join forces with thy enemy. Like, how that work? You feel what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
supposed to be the
all
other way
all
around. I'm gonna use them to come back, you know what I'm saying, and join forces with my own people. You feel me?
yeah, all that what you just said, man, it just ends in one way, and that is extinction. I mean, just look at what you just said. Down each other, join the enemy who already want to wipe us out anyway. Is all towards one thing, and that's extinction.
Right. They already got the motherfucking the bow. Guess who they use as the arrow to the bow? A bow and arrow. You're the arrow. And guess who they point that motherfucking arrow at? Somebody that looked just like you. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? They're taking you, shooting you back at your own people to destroy your own people. Period. Because you give them that much access, you know what I'm saying, and availability to you. That's what I'm saying. We lost, bro, mentally. This shit is all about mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, bro. If you connect it to the greater source, then shit, how somebody gonna penetrate that barrier? You feel what I'm saying? If you know where you come from and you know where you're supposed to be going, how is anybody gonna get you off your path? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the devil posed, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know what I'm saying, this sweet, caring, loving motherfucker. But you know what? That was all part of the plan to destroy his best friend in the end, period. Somebody who taught him the ropes and taught him the game. And that's what we be doing. Everything is stolen from one race of people, bro. The culture, everything. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we move. You feel me? Because that's how God designed it, bro. You have to understand who the original motherfucking people on the earth.
Which is us.
Period.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's keep it sports. You take all the motherfucking black people out of sports. What kind of motherfucking what does the organization look like after that? What if it wasn't no LeBrons, no Kobe's, no Michael Jordans? What you got to lean on if you don't have them? What if it wasn't no Jerry Rices and all these other motherfuckers? What you got to lean on? Nothing. The brand is gonna be dead, bro. It's gonna be dead. And your actors and actresses, you know what I'm saying? Just take everything out. It's gonna be dry as fuck, bro. No flavor at all.
Which proves once again that we are the salt of the earth. Everything we touch, everyone gains interest in.
Right.
Right. I'm glad you said that, bro. I'm glad you said that, man. You know what I'm saying? Whenever white folks or whatever touch, it all crumbles. You know what I'm saying? They in debt and all that other stuff, but they got hookups and all that stuff, man. But every time us black folks advertise black folks get ourselves together, they try to tear us down. You know what I'm saying? They try to tear us down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you doing with $300 million? Or what you doing with $300 million? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help my black people.
You got $300 million though, but then these motherfuckers are billionaires. These black billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry, Oprah, Diddy, etc., etc. You got all this money though, but you got thousands of people that's homeless. Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. You remember Tupac said that shit. How the fuck that we the richest country in the world, but we the number one when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, homelessness? That makes no sense.
Yeah, but look who helped make the billionaires. It was the fucking enemy. So the enemy still set the rules, and I bet there's a secret rule in there saying that you cannot help your own people if you want to maintain this lifestyle.
Oh yeah, it's all different type of agreements and everything, bro. When they sign their life over, look at Kanye West. He's totally mind fucked. He's fried. And Kanye West is a genius, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they got the MK Ultras and all this shit, like for the Army veterans and shit? You know what I'm saying? They want to erase who you naturally are. You know what I'm saying? And they want to recreate who you should be. You know what I'm saying? Just like a robot, bro. They programming niggas to act and think, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. And that's destroying our culture, period. It's destroying it. Because now, look what they doing with the whole motherfucking elemental peak QRS TUV shit. You feel what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't even know who they are, bro. We got children out here telling their dad that I want to be a girl. Or, you know what I'm saying, the boy or the girls telling they dads, I want to be a boy. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, God created you one way. He didn't create you in between. There's no in between. He created you the way he created you. So you mean to tell me that God is wrong when he created the whole motherfucking earth? Come on, bro. Stop it.
And when they go in that direction, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. When you want to change your gender and reject your original gender, you are in one way rejecting God, man.
That's Satan. It's called satanic. That is Satan, and these are rituals that they are putting on our children. You know what I'm saying? They don't even teach your children about who they are and where they come from, but they'll teach you about some sex and it's okay to be a certain way. How that work? So you teaching me something, you're trying to confuse me, but you're not going to teach me the things that I need in order, you know what I'm saying, to be successful in life. They don't even teach children money. They don't even teach them nothing about credit, nothing about none of that shit in school. You get what I'm saying? They teach your children on how to be dependent upon the system. Period.
Yeah, yeah. And to add what you're saying, they want to create this ultimate factorized, structure
Narrative. Yeah.
because it helps enrich, the CEO or the owner at the top, and it keeps the dumb employee forever in confusion.
How many black owners we got in the NFL? How many black owners we got in the NBA? How many black owners we got in the MLB? And I'm talking about owners. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about part owner and all of that shit. Like, because you have to partner with somebody to be, you know what I'm saying, owner, but you have really no control. You just have a stake in ownership. So you get a
And,
small percentage. You get a small percentage of revenue, you know what I'm saying, that's made. You feel me? But you only see Michael Jordan. And they gifted Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan ain't did shit since he been an owner. As competitive as Michael Jordan is, right? And the winner that we know Michael Jordan to be, right? When it comes to competition, how is your franchise one of the most underachieving and worst franchises in the history of the NBA? Makes no sense. You know why? Because he's controlled. You get what I'm saying? He can't really do what he want to do. Who wouldn't want to go play for Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan, the greatest player that we, proclaim to be. Who wouldn't want to go play over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to be a part of something, be on under that type of leadership? Because it's not his real leadership, bro. He's just the face behind it. Somebody else is pulling the strings and calling the shots. You get what
but
I'm saying?
but to your point, that's the very thing they want us to be fooled by and to be impressed with, just having a face of representation. But
Right.
that's all it is, just representation.
Look what they did with Obama. Same thing. First black president. That's all we know. What did he actually do for the culture, for us? What did he do for us? To tell us that we can be anything that we want to be? We already know that. Shit, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your uncles tell you that every day. You feel me? When
And,
you're
and,
young, you can be
Message.
anything you want to be. You feel me?
and in addition to what you just said, on the real, Obama really helped tear the traditional family apart just by legalizing same-sex marriage.
Period. Period.
Yep.
The emasculination of motherfucking man. Period.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Every time I see these owners, you know what I'm saying, that's black, it be part-time owners. And that's the messed up part, man. Get your own business, bro. Get your own business, our black brothers and sisters, man. Get your own business, man. I'm
Whatever your
tired of
passion
seeing
is, turn
our
your
own.
passion, you know what I'm saying, into pleasure. Period. Turn your passion into pleasure, bro. Whatever you're passionate about in life, you can monetize off of that passion. Period. There's a lane for you to monetize off of your passions. Don't
Yeah,
feel
dude.
like you just have to do something for the rest of your life just in
In
order
order
to
to
live
live
comfortably.
comfortably.
It's another way. Period.
Yes, it is.
Hard work. Sometimes you gotta do the hard work just to do the easy work. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just the
But
hard work,
also,
the
but
easy
also
work.
that's why they're involving all this so-called technology, the so-called ease the process. But what they really doing is taking away the soul and ingenuity of the human. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Mhm.
It's like they trying to punish hard work by easing in all this so-called technology, to try to fool us into thinking, oh, it should always be easy 24/7. No, But what you're doing is you're taking away the ability to have that passion towards whatever they want to do. You taking that
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
Just like Dusty Rose said, man, you work hard for about 20, 30, 40 years, and then they go say they gonna have robots to work for you. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
who
That's
said
Yeah.
that?
crazy.
And to be quite honest about it, I actually read a couple of articles about actually I read about Chipotle having some automated process for nacho chips. Guess what that do? It takes another worker away from that department over there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Everything is gonna be
You
automated. All the
work there
jobs are
for
gonna be
the
ran
last 60 years.
straight through automation, bro.
It be, you been working there for the last 20, 30, 40 years just to retire so you can, what's it called?
Right.
Try to put robots up in this motherfucker
Exactly.
just to go to work for y'all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
They're trying to take everything away. They're trying to take the healthcare away. They're trying to take Social Security away. Everything, bro. Like, you feel me? They're really trying to destroy a nation, a people.
A human
You feel me?
life, a human life, man.
Exactly.
And not only that, it is 8 families. It's 8 families that control this whole motherfucking world. 8 families
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that controls everything that we do. Now,
yeah.
that's one thing I learned in my life, and I constantly live in my life. That I remember they was talking about robots and shit even in the '90s and shit like that, right? And then a lot of people don't know they actually are. They got companies actually. I remember even fast food, and eventually, guess what it's gonna be? It's gonna be robots. All this shit that everybody's saying right now. See, this is one thing I don't understand about people. See, when we have conversations like this should be packed in full of people. But you know, when they blackball you and you speak real shit, they don't like shit like this going on in the atmosphere and shit like that. They don't let people sit here. They don't want people to sit there and just know. When you know about what they trying to do to you as a person, to your family, and everything like that. I always said this. By the time people, I said this when I was younger. By the time people wake up, see what the fuck is going on out here, they still sleep. A lot of people still sleep out here. A lot of lost sheep out here, man. There's a lot of lost sheep. When y'all gonna wake the fuck up? These folks don't give a fuck about us, man. These people don't give a fuck. Why you think another country could get way more money during the pandemic than our own people in the United States? Let that sink in. So all the great people who y'all say Obama wasn't great. Don't y'all know presidents was already preordained? All that shit is bloodlines. Did y'all know that? They already know who the next presidents. They already know who the next president's going to be for the years to come. Why you think these people be going? I forgot what was that movie with Hill Harper in it when he was he went to this college and everything like that in the East Coast. Went to this little college. I think he was at Yale or whatever, and and it was basically how these people get into the secret society. They had a movie about that shit. And it's a shame when you got people in this world, they'll believe a celebrity who sold their soul. A lot of people don't know this about some of these celebrities. Don't you know if they parent, if they father, if they got kids, you know you got some of these celebrities sell their kids out too. Look at Will Smith kids when he was kissing them all in the mouth on national TV and shit. And what did he used to get? Well, he used to get mad and shit. Now he got 2 kids want to be the opposite sex. Dwayne Wade is another one. Magic Johnson is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they gotta do that. Do their so-called, lifestyle up, man. It's called, everybody know. Well, I can't say everybody, but they gotta do these rituals in order to stay in favor to keep what they got.
Facts. And it's just why. Look, It's like I tell people, and this is one thing about, and then you always got these dumb behind folks. Oh, you hating on another black man. You hating on to talk about a black queen. When have you seen any of these celebrities? Any of them? Any of them? Now you actually do got celebrities that really do stuff for their communities, but they don't get mentioned at all. They don't get mentioned at all. It was just like these rappers I was talking about earlier, Young Thug, and I was remembering I seen him. He interviewed this guy, and this guy was telling him that y'all acting like y'all hard, y'all gangsters, and all this, but when you get behind bars, that shit ain't nothing. They using the same shit of music that he used, and now they charging him for it. Now, I don't feel sorry for him. Once you sell your soul, bro. When you was out there wearing them dresses, I don't feel sorry for you, sir. You was painting your nails and shit like that. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. And only way he gets out, and only way this man will get out if he struck a deal. Go ahead.
What a fucking like album cover, man. What the fuck is that, man?
Hey, thank you, 3000. Yeah, that's the name of the movie, Skull and Bones. Yep, that was the movie. If y'all ain't seen Skull and Bones with Hill Harper in it, this is what society is. These are the people who are in our faces. And y'all ever notice this too? Each state, you see all these people that been in the house, been in the same seat for 40, 20, 30, 40 years and still never got out of it. That's why a lot of people don't believe in voting anymore. Because I seen people actually vote the right person in office, but guess what? They gonna still put whoever that's gonna constantly push this agenda. Let me tell you something. I used to live in Kansas, and I remember it was in 2012. They start telling boys that they could wear dresses in school. Then they was having problems with boys wanting to use the women's bathroom. Once they took the prayer out of schools, because you remember back in the days when we was growing up, we had prayer Christian athletes. They don't have that no more. Once they took the Most High out of the schools and everything like that, it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. You have Roddy Piper wearing kilts and shit, man. They see Roddy Piper wearing kilts. I could wear me a skirt too. I said, Lord have mercy.
And getting back to what I say too, even that's why I don't call LeBron James King. You got people out here call that man King James that don't even acknowledge your own self as a king. But you want to call another grown ass man one. And you don't even reference your own self as one. And number two, what he did, what I was talking about earlier, when he was on Sports Illustrated, he had that robe and he had his thing on and everything like that. He had that little crown on his head. Don't y'all know that was mocking the Most High? Don't y'all know that? The creator of this world. Don't y'all know that? Don't y'all know that? Every time this man, and then this is the thing too, the man throwing up, hey, I seen all the greats did it. I seen Kobe did it, throwing up the 6. I used to see him all the time. I see all the play. LeBron used to do the little ritual every time for the game, and they purposely put it on the camera for all the kids to see what the fuck he doing.
Wow.
You ever noticed it? Every time he used to do that when he was with Miami and shit like that, what they always used to show him doing.
Throw up the 6.
Yes, and they purposely put the camera on him on that. And then you got parents that don't even know about that. Don't even know. That's why I tell people, y'all talking about y'all want to be like these other people and all this. And I've been saying this forever. You don't stay irrelevant for all these years for fucking nothing. You don't stay relevant. You don't stay relevant for years. Let me give you a case of mention. Kevin Hart. Look at him and The Rock. The Rock had a what? He did the wrestling. Now he did movies. And what is Chris and what is he? I don't think Kevin Hart was even funny. I don't think he never been funny. And that's just my opinion. I don't think he never been funny. But one thing he did was what the one thing he did though when he kissed The Rock in the mouth. Y'all remember that? Y'all same kids go see that same movie. They see another grown ass man kissing another grown ass man. Look at
Hey,
Vin.
I'm
Look.
still T-Price. Did he do a movie about what's it called? The ballet joint. I forgot what the Tooth Fairy. The Rock did the
Yeah,
Tooth
that's the
Fairy.
movie I was about to mention. Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
he had the
The
shit.
Rock did
At
the
the
Tooth
beginning.
Fairy now. Y'all keep forgetting about that.
Hey, all of them got a lot of stuff and they bad. But you know, one person I noticed in the industry, I know Denzel, and far as I know, Denzel I ain't never seen Denzel no dress. Vin Raines, I don't got nothing to say. I remember you in Holiday Heart. Then all of a sudden you want to knock niggas out in Baby Boy like you the hardest nigga smoking. And then on
Right.
top of that, then on top of that, Vin Raines, I seen you also in Pulp Fiction too. I see
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I see you. But a lot of people
Nigga
don't
make
understand that.
songs.
Look at Holly Berry, for instance. Holly Berry.
Do I got an echo?
I don't know, man. Somebody,
I got an echo, bro. My shit tripping.
I don't know. Cause come back, I'll let you in, fam.
Uh,
Yeah, but they're just messing up the stream where they do that too. Cause I noticed like every time J and J would talk and everything, it feel like you'll see my mic, and I won't be saying that. Then when somebody talking, you see my shit going off. They just be fucking with the streams and shit like that. I've been noticing that lately, but yeah, this is just real talk, man. That's real.
No, still T-Price, man. And Jaleezy and 313 Hitman, man. Salute to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to mess up the stream either. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you good. No, you good. It's just StreamYard. It's just StreamYard with that shit because sometimes I can let people in and everything and whenever they talking and you see my mic, you see my avatar, you'll see my shit be going up like we both talking at the same time. They just fucking with the stream, man. It's no control that we can do over that. We got no control over that. But you have a
Yeah,
good
And
one
I've
though,
been
bro.
I'm gonna walk this stall.
man. That's like every time
Get up the
you want
street, man. T-Price, 313 Hitman, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It was good having a chat with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just give you a good salute. You know what I'm saying? You know that y'all doing your thing in Polo and Ticket. Two Raw and LB, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to get my understandable points. If I said something wrong, yeah, y'all could correct me on that. You know. So salute to y'all, man. T Price at 313 Hitman. You know what I'm saying? And G Lee and E Leezy, man. So salute to y'all fellas, man. All right, I'll let y'all go, man.
Have a
All
good
right.
one, brother. Yes, sir.
all
I'll
right,
be on later on today. I'm doing both of the games today anyway, so we still cooking though, man. We still cooking though, man. But appreciate you coming through anytime.
All right, man. Man.
Yes, sir. But yeah, what you were saying, Hitman?
no, what I was saying. Damn, I forgot. But back to what you were saying, when it comes to these agendas and stuff, and I'm gonna take it back to basketball a little bit. Giannis represent, real true masculinity, and I think the real reason they going against him because it's against the agenda that Disney been pushing for years, and of course they don't want to see him win because look. I mean, I hate to bring this up, but look at the '04 Pistons or the 2011 Mavs. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Go ahead.
Boy, the that Dirk and them upset a super team. It pisses off their narrative, and it also pisses off their ad revenue and shit. And they don't want that, and they don't want that whack ass narrative that they push and destroy. That's why the 2011 Mavs or the '04 Pistols or even last year's Bucks don't even get not any shine because it represents the bullshit that they're against. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I never even thought about it like that though, because I never even thought about it when you broke it down like that. It didn't have me thinking. Yeah, because look what they said about Giannis when he won it last year. Oh, if KD would have had this, or they would have had this, then they would have won it. It's always an excuse. I just noticed that when it comes to, and I always said this too, when a person is doing something right in their life and they doing it the right way, and even if you didn't do the right way, you end up preparing yourself. You always got to use your failures to make it a positive, because experience is always, to me, is the greatest teacher in this whole world. That's why I experienced a lot. I've been through a lot by myself as a man, and I'm 43 now. I've been to 40 states, 40. I'm telling you, I think 40 to 45 states by myself. I traveled to every single state because I always wanted to see the world. I was wanting to see, was it different where I lived at that particular time. And man, I seen some stuff in my heyday. Now, fast forward to now, people out here, people in the world in general, especially I'm out here in the West Coast in Oregon. People out here, they mind their own business. They mind their own business. You got people don't even want to mingle with anybody anymore. You, because you don't know who you're gonna be around, who you gonna let, who's gonna be trustworthy that you gonna let around your children, who you gonna around your women. You know what I'm saying? You got people that are sick out here, that are sick, and they don't care about who they hurt or anything like that. They just don't. There's no accountability. Because all the stuff I was seeing in the 80s and 90s about morals, ethics, respect, and all this other stuff, nowadays, now, these new generation, they don't know. Now, I will apply to not all of the new generation, but even the young ones that are woke, that are working, that are trying to do something. You can't do nothing in this life just sitting on your ass. It ain't going to come to you. Everybody, and just because your parents is a millionaire, don't mean you going to be a millionaire. I never forget one of my friends that I had. I used to work with her, and everybody used to talk about her so bad. Like, why are you here? Why are you working? And you come for money and stuff like that. You know what she sat there and said? There was a white girl said this. My parents are rich. I'm not rich. So I had to go out here and get a name for myself. Because at the time, her parents owned still do in the state of Tennessee, own like 20 McDonald's or stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I always admired her for that, because I knew a lot of rich kids. They didn't want to get out there and work or anything like that. They just didn't. They just feel like that they self entitled to every fucking thing. You dig what I'm saying? So we just gonna switch it up now. We had a good conversation about that though, but we're gonna get back to basketball here. Hey, yep, I thought that was you. Hey,
What's up?
hey, your Arkansas Razorbacks gonna be nasty in basketball this year.
Yeah,
Ooh, man, I just talked about basketball, man. Y'all basketball thing, man. And shout out to the coach down there in Arkansas, man, because he's a former NBA coach, and he's getting them guys. He's really getting a lot of people to fit his system, what he's trying to implement. Arkansas, I think, is going to be the cream of the crop in the SEC this year.
yeah, they are preseason polls. I got them number one.
All thing they got to do is just mix with they upcomers that's already there, and mix in with them little freshmen, because they got that one boy named Walsh. That boy can get it though, man. That boy can get it, man. I know a lot of their players that they got on that list, and then even teams that people didn't think that's going to be good next year just because they lost everybody. Everybody always reloads. Everybody always reload, but Arkansas gonna be dangerous this year, man. The SEC, man, because I just like the players that he got. That's the players that really that fits his system.
Right.
And Arkansas gonna be nasty. I know about y'all in football too, man, because SEC, man. Look out for them Razorbacks in that football and that basketball, man. Because I'm telling you, them boys is coming, man. Them boys
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Them boys coming. Who you got winning tonight?
Man, I think it was a year ago. About a year ago, we was talking, and I said, "Look like Milwaukee gonna repeat." And it looked like,
You was the one that said that. Yep, I remember now. Yep.
it looked like they gonna repeat, man. Giannis, man, Giannis on another level, bro.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you
I
said that.
seen it. I seen it coming even when they lost to Toronto. That year.
If they want a shot to repeat, they better finish Boston off tonight. So I got them winning.
I agree with you on that. I picked a trilogy between them and Miami again. Going for all the marbles. Going for all the marbles.
Yeah, didn't they both sweep each other?
Yep, the last two times. Yep. So this is basically the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy my boy James. He said that's what I told him too. I was like, bro, I think we're gonna see a trilogy. He want that trilogy too. Now you got your cash, we got yours. Now we just gonna go at it. Now everybody's still sleeping on the Bucks though, man. It's like I say, Giannis is a different breed, man. Giannis bringing some. Because this is one point I was trying to make. I think it was like a couple of days ago, but somebody gonna say this not true. Everybody in here, everybody on the panel, we all seen LeBron James his whole career, right? Name how many times LeBron James got called for an offensive foul that you can remember. I can't remember one. That's what I'm saying. This is the thing. They always want to say Giannis is like LeBron. No, he's not. He's nowhere nothing like LeBron. To me, Giannis is Giannis. They just two different. I don't like when people. And then this is another thing I don't like about media. They don't want to mention him unless LeBron name is attached to it. Nah, he's doing shit that LeBron never did. He actually stayed with the team that drafted him. Stayed with the coach. He went because at first he had Jason. Remember Jason Kidd was there first. Then he ended up getting Boonheiser. You know what I'm saying? But Warriors, man.
Shout out to Jason. He know them everything. And what he developed Giannis.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He the one that developed them. No, the only thing that concerned me about the Mavs, I know Luka is nice on offensively and all that, but when you dominate, and to me, this is just me. I know a lot of players want to dominate the ball because look who his favorite player is. He said his favorite player was LeBron James, so he's able to dictate and everything like that or whatever. I get all that, but you need to learn how to use your teammates. I always say this about him. He needs to learn how to play off the ball.
Right.
And then he need to come in shape better. Get him when you come in camp. You shouldn't get halfway in the season, then you start hitting your stride. Imagine how much better Luka would be if he actually took care of his body. Seriously, don't be like James Harden. I'm telling you, don't be like James Harden. Because James Harden, he took a lot of shit for granted. He did. You remember they was saying, remember he said that he traded Chris Paul because he said Chris Paul is washed up? It's amazing. That's why I always tell people, you got to keep your mouth off some folks because guess what? You looking like you washed now, brother. I'm just saying.
11.
Man, he didn't even try D-Rod. It was like he was purposely sabotaging that game, bro. He didn't even. I seen so many times in the second half, Maxey calling for the basketball. He don't even give it to Maxey. What you dribbling the ball for? You only take 2 shots in the second half. 2. And
look at him now, TP. I mean, now he's getting all the criticism that he deserves to get because he tried to cheat the game. You know, just being existing, and then he tried to he just tried to play the game just to exist so he could be in line for that easy extension. I hope Philly wake the hell up and not give it to him.
He's not gonna get. I don't think they're gonna give it to him. just the way these players are acting, like Ben Simmons. Look at him. You know.
Oh yeah, I get you on that. And this is another thing. I was hitting on this earlier. I heard Stephen A. Take this morning on First Take, and he was talking about Giannis. No, he was talking about, he didn't say Giannis. He said Kyrie, James Harden, and Ben Simmons on how the CBA, how they fucked up a franchise and all this other shit. I seen LeBron James destroy 2 franchises. Working on 3. Right. Working on 3. But that don't get mentioned at all. I know why. But anyway, man, I always said this about Giannis. That man doing it the right way, and people still don't want to give him no credit. So it's just like we were just alluding to about the super team. The super team now in this era, it's more glorified compared to Magic and Bird. Everybody say that's a super team, but they don't want to acknowledge that fact. Yeah, they was a super team, but they worked on their game. And then another thing, they drafted these players. That's a whole. That to me. It's not even a contest. The Celtics, they drafted well. They always drafted well. Lakers, even before she got rid of her brother, look what the Lakers done. Even though none of them don't play with the Lakers no more, they all play well from other teams now. But you couldn't do it. And this is another thing. I'm gonna sit here. Cause my boy just messaged me and asked me this. I'm gonna say you this. It's something I always been saying. Nobody don't root for the Lakers no more. That's personal reasons. But if the Lakers would have kept all that young talent, now the talent that y'all looking for, y'all traded it away. When the next time they have a draft pick? A long time for a draft pick.
And what you just said, CP, is that what I'm really starting to notice now. I used to fall for that. I used to fall for that agenda saying that super teams were good, but when I was really thinking about it, the super team actually represent a feminine trait, because what we were just talking about. If you want to form a super team, that pretty much tells me you don't want to go man to man with a real opponent without any superficial help. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. GG was good. West Coast, we in the house, man. We 2 hours cooking, man. It's only 11:07, man. But yeah, man. Let me see what the weekend. Let me go to NBA.com right here and let me see how the schedule gonna be looking out for this weekend. Okay, I know tonight we got um the Warriors. That's the late game. Then we got Boston, we got Milwaukee, and then was this Saturday? They playing Saturday, right? Then we go to Friday the 13th. No, that's Sunday. Sunday we got what's that? Hold up, man. What the hell is going on? Okay, that's the 13th. The 13th. Okay, so Sunday is a game 7, but if what you call it wins, that's to be announced. Okay, they ain't even came out with the schedule yet. Okay, but moving forward, oh no, man, the Mavs doing it. Hey, Phoenix just protected home court just like the Mavs did, but would I be surprised if Dallas beats Phoenix? I won't be so surprised because the way they just been playing. You know what I mean? But they have been playing better at home. They yet to lose at home to Dallas. So, but that's the question of the night right there to me. Like for that game, like is if they gonna be coming, if they gonna come out all gun blazing, or Luka gonna really, as they call him, Luka Magic or whatever. I don't consider him as a superstar. I consider him as a star. But if he beat Phoenix and go to the Western Conference, I give him his props. I give people props when props is due. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
And that's
he just don't.
the
He just don't show me. He got to show me more.
they got a earn that shit. It can't just be handed to him because BSPN want to hand these titles away like pieces of candy. Gotta earn that shit.
Yeah, and that's something that a lot of these. That's one thing I always respected the grind. Um, I always respected the players' grind, like even Jordan, and even or even Magic. Even though Magic, yes, Magic had all them people. They drafted all them players though. They drafted. They drafted. You know, Celtics back then they drafted. They drafted. And I was just a Laker fan just because, hey, my dad was like, he used to love the Lakers. Majority of my family members love the Lakers. I got like a few cousins actually like Miami Heat, but I seen how players back then they took care of themselves better. They played longer at a high level, whole lot longer. I know. I remember even Dominique Wilkins is another great example. Human highlight film was playing on another level for at least 12, 13 years. Look what he did at 37 years old when he was playing with the Spurs. This man carried a whole franchise on his back for years, for a whole decade, and never surround that man with a team. Why? 'Cause it was a small market. But I respect everything he did in his career because you know why? He was a leader. He knew he had to go out there and get it done. You just got some players know how to get it done. You just got some that want to cheat the process. And I noticed everybody I know that's cheating the process. You know what I'm saying? Like I never see young like the new generation. They always knock Michael Jordan for losing in the first and second round. Did LeBron ever make it his first two times? All right,
Nope, nope.
then that's why I understand when they always want to talk about um people failures, right? But the thing is about your failures in the NBA, when you lose, you ain't gonna come in the NBA and start beating every motherfucking body.
No,
Magic,
that's really
you
good, man.
you ain't you ain't just ain't gonna do that. Magic was a exception to the rule because there was Kareem and everybody else that was there at the Lakers at the time when he was a rookie and they won it. You know what I'm saying? But and then nobody else gonna come straight in the league and start tearing guys up. Yeah, that shit don't work away. It's growing pains. The same way y'all want to talk about the late great Kobe Bryant. Oh, he shot them air balls. He did this. No matter, and I've been noticing this. Y'all always want to say about somebody's failures, even Michael Jordan's failures and even Kobe Bryant failures. LeBron still had way more failures. So I don't understand this logic that he is so much better than these guys. I understand that's y'all opinion, but to me, he's not in that Mount Rushmore. To me, he's not. I
And
can't
and
put.
and, and the thing is, this nigga was carried the entire time.
I didn't hear what you
This
say.
nigga,
What you
this
say?
nigga tell me, look at the situation with the Heat. It was all set up for him to win. Look at the situation with the Cavs. It was set up for him to win. Even with the Lakers, it was all set up for him to win.
And getting back to this Heat team, yes, LeBron made them defensive teams when he was there, but hold on, I need to look. But guess who was actually guarding the best player on the Heat, though? It wasn't LeBron James.
It was D Wade.
Nope, it was Shane Battier.
Uh,
Shane Battier. Yes, D Wade. D Wade guarded too. D Wade guarded too. Him, but it was mostly Shane Battier response. Once they got Shane Battier, that was it. That was it. He guarded the best player. All right, and look, I'm going to Basketball Reference just to prove my point. Okay, let me go. Let me look up Shane Battier, former Dookie. Okay, I'm just going. The years he was in Miami, he's on. He's a two-time. He only two-time All Defense. That's surprising to me. Them 4 years. Okay, he played with Miami. One, two. Wait, no, he played for Miami. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five. So he played with the Miami Heat for 5 years, and out of them 5 years, this man He should have been on the defensive team all the times he was in Miami because he was guarding the mano y mano nigga. Yes, there have been times that LeBron especially do it, but Shane Battier was guarding the best player. And if it wasn't Shane Battier, it was D Wade. It's actually facts. Y'all can't sit there and deny that shit. Now, whereas LeBron, I wish they show the years on here, like what year that he was all defense on here. But I don't see it on here. But let me just look up LeBron when he was there. He made it 6-time all defense. Okay. And he was in Miami. This man was an all-star basically from 04 or 05 all the way to basically to this present time. But he made all defensive teams every single year he was in Miami, all 4 years. And Shane Battier only had 2. That's why I like to tell y'all people too, media people, they don't get it right. Even if they do let the players vote for them, you don't think players are biased? You got media people are biased too. Like you think a lot of media people don't like Giannis. But you talk to people that used to be working for ESPN and all that. Shout out to Michael Smith and I think his name is Michael Holly. You know, brother, brother, none. Yeah, I love that show. I like them too. Shout out Michael Smith. 'Cause he from New Orleans. He from Louisiana. And shout out to him though, because I remember. Look at all the castaways from ESPN. They said that they all on their show. You see what I'm saying? All the castaways and all this other stuff. And look, it's just like what he was saying. Giannis is the best player in the world. But if you ask people that are not mainstream, but then you got people are mainstream, they still consider another tune. This man is doing it the right way. I remember D-Rob said this when last year, because I remember we was talking about. I always said every decade, you always have somebody that repeats. You know, but who's going to repeat? If the Bucks in perfect position to actually do a repeat, they are. And then if they get Chris Middleton back and Bogard, progressively, they have a great chance of doing it again this year. I just like how they playing right now. Next man up mentality. That's how it's supposed to be. Why not? I like basketball that's like that. Now, I thought the Celtics should have won that game 5, but they didn't. But if the Bucks got to win tonight. They can't afford a game 7. They got to close the classic tonight. Same thing with the Golden State Warriors.
They have to go all out.
Yes, I agree with you on that. They have to go all out tonight, just like Golden State. Golden State, they got to do it tonight. You can't afford the Grizzlies to play a game 7 in Memphis. That's just I know. And this is people say this, and they got this championship pedigree. Yeah, they do, but this is not the same championship team. They got certain players that's on there, Looney Tunes. You got Andre Iguodala, who still ain't played yet. You got Dre, you got Steph, and you got Clay. Then the players that actually got that got the championship grind, and they got the hardware to go with it. When you try to implement these new players and everything like that, and that's one thing I like the Warriors, they drafted well. I don't think Jordan Poole should be in the G League at all. I watched him at Michigan, like he got game. I watched him in high school. I was like, he's coming. You gotta give these people they credit, man.
That's why I like the Warriors doing it before they had to go beg for KD to go help them out and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to respect their grind too, but I think what's going on with the Warriors is that they regretted the fact that they let someone like KD, be on their team and then cheat the process. Now I think they're feeling guilty about that and trying to rebuild it the right way. I think that's what's really going on.
I never thought about it like that. I think you're on to something though. I never thought about it like that. Like, but what they doing now is like how they was doing in 2015.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing too. If the Warriors do end up winning the championship, they could easily. They didn't. And this is the thing with me, when it came to that, when they lost to LeBron that year, I felt like they fucked over Harrison Barnes. That's just my opinion. Yes, he had a bad series, but he just won it with y'all niggas the year before. Then you just shipped him out of Dodge. And look at Harrison Barnes. He ain't never been the same player since then. Yeah, he put up decent numbers, but he's on a losing team. I mean, he took that contract in Dallas. I remember they put him in that GMC commercial that year they won a championship and not like that. But then when they let that man go and got KD, I was just like, we already knew. And this is one thing I noticed, y'all. When LeBron James, when LeBron, D Wade, and all of them, once they sat there and made their announcement, I already know who was going to the final. Once I seen their roster, I already know they was going to the finals. Now, the team that was supposed to beat them was the Chicago Bulls. But look how they officiate. I watched the series. Last night. Every single game, they was physical with D Rose. They was smacking. They was physical with all of them. But guess what? You couldn't get. Oh, Ja is not playing tonight. No Ja. Ja is not playing tonight. Nope. Ja might be out for the season. Ja's not playing tonight, GG. Nah, he ain't playing tonight.
No, even though I hate the passion, that 2010 Bulls team was somewhat similar to last year's Bucks team. You know what I'm saying? Without all the injuries and stuff, they was built rough and tough. Now, just imagine if the referees didn't have an agenda to put the Heat in the finals. I think the Bulls would have edged them out in 7.
Exactly, but a lot of people don't look at that like that. You know what I mean? Because look, I remember when D Wade. You know, that's when everybody said that he didn't deserve MVP. It should have went to LeBron James or whatever like that. Okay, whatever. Y'all can't say nothing that I seen it. I got every NBA Finals and every playoffs recorded. I literally do. I could just go and be like, I'm just gonna watch this. That's what I decided to do. The year that that year, especially the year when on Chicago, they beat them in the regular season, and then you get to the NBA, and then it got to the finals. They played them in the not the finals. They played them in the was it the conference semis? That was.
I think
Eastern Conference.
Oh yeah, that was the year when D Rose hit the game win, and then LeBron messed around and banked it off the glass on the corner. Yeah, that was that year. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But everybody know that Bulls team was on the rise. They did not want Miami. They did not want the Bulls. And this is the thing. And people that really knows in and out about basketball and shit, man, y'all, man, you know this, man. We know this for a fact. D Rose and them should have been there, bro. But that went against the agenda of the super team. They didn't want that shit. And you ever notice to y'all fanboys out there and y'all fangirls? Name one time in history where LeBron James did not get what the fuck he want. Anybody wanted to get traded and everything like that, what they do? They always trade. LeBron has traded more teammates than anybody in NBA history. He has played with more superstars than anybody in NBA history. And it's not even close.
that's what's very promoted.
It's just
Where he was allowed to stack the deck, and people didn't have an issue with it, even though on the low they was carrying, some feminine agenda. It means of not facing your competition man to man by yourself, or with another competent player. But you need like more than 2 competent players just to get over it, to even have the legacy that they have right now.
right. Also, you gotta look at it too. The NBA been pushing LeBron since he was in high school as the chosen one. How would that look if he didn't win no championship or he didn't get the accolades that he got now?
And to answer your question, it would really damage their hidden agenda, even
Yeah.
though they tried to push LeBron, try to manufacture his. I really believe that Bron's legacy, for the most part, was manufactured. He did not really man up and do it on his own. I mean, most of it was manufactured. He was put in position to look greater than he looks.
Oh yeah, don't.
Hit on the mountain. Yeah, the man's talent. I mean, the dude is, to me, he was a walking triple double. But the fact of it is that he was carried and put himself, got put in positions to make himself look better than what he is.
All right, so we gonna switch off because we know the niggas home. So out of everybody that's young right now, like teams wise, I like Memphis Grizzlies moving forward because what they doing. And I just think it's just time for a team that I'm like, it's just time for somebody else to to get through, actually make a finals. Because Phoenix been. I remember Charles Barkley tried to win the title with Phoenix. That never happened. That, of course, they ended up losing to Mike. And what you call them lost to last year to the Bucks. But all these small market teams, I just want to ask y'all a question. We know that Memphis was a 2 seed and Minnesota was a 7 seed. Everybody, the media people expected them to do easy work of them, but I never thought it was like that. I always thought it was two young teams that's up and coming, and they had to play each other. You can't help it the way that it went. It went that way. We know that the referees, thanks to the great, I call him great because he's the only one. Tim Donnie, what's that dude name that exposed all the people, that exposed all the referees, and he the one. Donnie, yeah. He exposed a lot of that shit, man, and that's why I see why a lot of these series is going on. Like, for instance, like, it was hard for me to watch the Philadelphia series. It was so boring. It was I see no manufacturing. I don't see no offense. I don't see no cutting. I don't see no plays. I don't see anything. Now, the team of the future, it's hard to say with the team of the future because we don't know who else they're gonna be molded. That's why that's why to y'all fans out there, why you think they always try to get people. And look at Shannon Sharp, for instance. This is why I don't respect basketball to a certain extent. At least NFL, they got NFL players that really played the game that actually talks about the NFL. Compared to basketball, yeah, you might have Grant Hill announcing the game now. You'll hear Reggie Miller announce the game now, but they know what the play is too. You see what I'm saying? But you don't see people on TV that really play the game of basketball. I mean, played on a high level. You got like Kendrick Perkins, man. Really, to me, he was a failure. Yes, you was a McDonald's All-American, but what you did in your career, yes, you was a centerpiece to the Celtics, but I think the Celtics was a failure when they formed their little big three.
Yeah.
I thought that, dude, you only got one championship out of that. Now, mind you, we know that Ray went to Miami. That probably fucked them up even more when Ray did that. But hey, I'm just saying, I just feel like a lot of these super teams, like especially Miami, they failed. They failed too. Because RoboCop one that says not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. Yeah, he went to 8 straight finals, but so did you win? No, I don't care. Right. I see Magic Johnson went to 9 finals in 12 years. Magic, in majority of Magic career, he was in the finals.
Difference long Magic's career was not the fact LeBron's is.
That's that. Yeah, you just hit it on the nose though too. And there's another thing too: accountability. A lot of these players now, you can see the players that really work on their game. Now, John Morant, I've been on him since he was when he was in college, and I was telling them that he was going to be nice, which he is. He just need to learn. First, I think he need to get in the weight room. You got to get in the weight room because you can't continue to go inside because you already know he would have played in the 80s or 90s era, man, and they would have been knocking him down. You ain't gonna come in here and dunk on me. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna knock you down and stuff like that. I just think he just gotta get better. Um, get better. Free throws, he got to get better. You know what I'm saying? He can play without the ball, but I want to see him more play without the ball more. I see because when him and Tyus Jones in together, they actually play good together. I like Bane. I watched him at TCU. He looked like a football player with a truck stick included. Like he'll truck the hell out of you in Madden with that little truck stick. He looked like a football player, but I like what they doing in Memphis though. I like how that's how the Lakers should have done with their team. You should have kept your young core. Let them learn together. That's the only way you're gonna learn if you put these players out there. That's why New York failed this year. When you don't play, why you draft players that you ain't gonna even play? That don't even make sense to me. Look how they did Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox was there 4 years and played. I think he played like 50 some games his first year and then sparingly after that. You know,
I mean, when he started,
yeah, but then look, then he went to Atlanta and Atlanta didn't even use him either. Atlanta didn't use Kevin Knox. Newsflash, Kevin Knox. I don't know because I see so many players like him that that played on a great level. That played on a high. That he played. And he went to Kentucky. He was a bucket, and I thought he was one of the few players I actually do like that actually went to Kentucky. These are the few players I like that ever went to Kentucky. Jamal Mashburn. Um, I do like what guy I just mentioned him. Who else I like that actually came from Kentucky? I wasn't big on AD or who else I like that actually went to Kentucky. I like Tyler Hero too. I ain't gonna lie, Tyler Hero's a motherfucker. Like he is, like yeah. He got his own. And remember when I was talking about him last year. I was like, dude, I remember when he said he's like, man, I should be considered as with Trey and all that, and everybody want to downplay like how you come off the bench. He don't. He, hey, you got players in front of you. Do I think the man could start? Yeah, that man could start. Can he create his own shot? Yeah. Only thing I think Tyler Hero need to do is just hit that weight room, bro. Hit that weight room, and I think Miami's dangerous too because you got Struce undrafted, you got Gabe Vincent undrafted. Hey, I like what Miami's doing in the culture. Bam. Oh yeah, Bam is another person I like that went to Kentucky though too. I like Bam Adebayo too. Good player. Jimmy Butler. Did you hear what Jimmy Butler said on the way to the tournament after they beat Philly? They chose Tobias Harris over me.
wow.
Yeah, hey, that's a little get back for Jimmy, man. 'Cause that's what they basically did. That's what they did. I'm ready for the trilogy. I'm ready for the trilogy between them and Miami. Miami and
Yeah,
the
I'm
Bucks.
man.
not
I
missing
want the
this.
trilogy.
I'm not missing this.
Eastern Conference Finals right there. You got two teams with a dog mentality. Man, it's like a dream to me right now.
Yes, it's like old school basketball, man. You got two teams that are dogs, and then they got the great Pat Riley, who don't get mentioned with the great coaches in NBA history. Well, to me, I think he's one. When you say great coaches, you can go all the way back. I go all the way back from the beginning. I could say like a Red Auerbach, even though he had all the best players on his team, and then everybody else had like two or three sprinkled out around the league, but he still was a great coach. the late great K.C. Jones used to coach the Celtics. He was a good coach. I could say Pat Riley. Pat Riley definitely was one. I remember when Pat Riley came back and he actually let Spoelstra take over the team. Let him take over. And look, when he took over, LeBron was trying to get him fired.
Right.
But Pat Riley stuck with him. That's why LeBron left and did what he did in Cleveland. Now, who else I think is a good coach? Popovich. I'm trying to think of them old school ones, man.
Hey,
Doug Mole, like a Doug Mole. Them old school coaches like that, like a Doug Mole, and I used to think Mike Fratello was a good coach. He had Dominique Wilkins. That's all he had. He had nobody else. He was dealt with a card. I thought he did good, even though Atlanta never built a team around Dominique. And he was a human highlight film for real.
He was my favorite.
I thought Vince Carter was a better version. I used to compare him to Dominique because them boys just put niggas on posters, but Vince Carter just he just Air Canada was his old nickname and shit. But when Vince was in his prime, Vince used to get buckets. Y'all just think that Vince Carter was just a dunker and all this shit. Vince really developed his game and everything.
I mean, look at the classics. I mean, all the evidence I need to see.
Oh man, yeah. Even though Milwaukee should have went to the NBA Finals that year, but they didn't want the Milwaukee Bucks to go to the finals that year. Cause you remember it was him, Big Dog, and Sam Cassell.
Yep.
And Ben
Was Vin Baker on that squad then? Let me look that up. Yeah, I think he was too. Hold on, I'm on Basketball Reference.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Vin Baker was a beast too. I'm happy for Vin Baker too. Cause I see him on the. I mean, people was talking about him and everything like that. Man, y'all need to That's one thing I understand about people, man. Y'all love. They used to be called the Milwaukee Hawks from 1952 to 1955. Okay, what year was that? Was the Lakers played them in Was that? Yep, here it is. Yeah, they lost the East Conference semis. Okay, here's everybody that was on that roster that year. It was Ray Allen, Rafer Alston, Jason Caffey, Sam Cassell, Darvin Ham, Jason Hart. He went to Syracuse. Lindsey Hunter, Irvin Johnson, the big Irvin Johnson, the one that went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
They had Mark Pope. They had Joel Prezilla. Oh, this who it was, y'all. They had this who it was, y'all. Vin Baker wasn't on that time. Yeah, it was Tim Thomas, Glenn Robinson, and Scott Williams.
Okay, yeah.
Michael Redd was, and shout out to Michael Redd though too, man, because I saw him on. He was at somebody's game and he was chopping it up with Candace Lesbian Parker. Who left? Man, you remember NBA Live used to be the shit, boy. You leave Michael Redd open, and Michael Redd had handles. He had handles too. That right to left, left to right, it didn't matter. When he shoot that left-handed thing, you can it's cash money. Michael Redd was a beast, man. And let me look him up.
Ray Allen, put them up.
Yeah, then that's how Ray ended up going to Seattle, and I never forget. I used to have the meme up here on my thing. I think I took it down. Yeah, I took it down when he says different jersey, the same old Ray. I'm the same Ray Allen when he first signed with Seattle, and look what he did when he was in Seattle. Him and Rashard Lewis became a beast together. Shout out to Sweet Lou too.
Our Lewis enough all them Seattle teams. I mean, he was a 3-point shooting beast.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sweet Luke. If y'all ain't seen him, he just recently did a on the knuckle. I just been liking. I just like the Knucklehead podcast compared to all the smoke podcasts because to me, you know, them niggas is not mainstream. Even though I did see him on First Take this week, but they don't be on mainstream like that. Quentin Richardson and the Black is one. You know, they don't be on mainstream like that. You know what I'm saying? But I love they show because they ask real questions, and especially watch the one with Sweet Lou, Vince Carter for all y'all new generation, and this notion, y'all. And D-Rob, you know how long you've been watching basketball too. Answer, and I know 313 has too. Answer this question: is it easier to score in this era or the old school era? Go.
It's easy to score.
Way easier.
Back to
Yeah, they trying to get it. They trying to go back to the old era when it comes to the playoffs. But they need. But if you going, that's a step though. It's a step. I get that. It's a step. Now they can start doing it. Cause look, a lot of people don't understand this. I remember people don't understand when I've been saying this on Ticket Channel for a while. European basketball is 90 style basketball. Still to this day, it's 90 style basketball. 90s. They ain't changed nothing. They ain't changed the analytics. They ain't changed none of this shit. But America decided to do it. Why you think Luka? And this is one thing. This notion that these look, this is it's harder to score. You know, look how many players that scored over 50 points this year. Even you had a nobody score 50 points. I won't say a nobody. He's still a professional athlete, but a nobody that's not an all-star is what I'm saying, or a superstar. And stop crying to these players that been in the league 1 or 2, 3 years a superstar. They ain't no superstars. You got to do it for multiple. It's like I tell people, you got to do it for over 10, 12, 13 some years, like I seen Magic did, like I seen Jordan did. I seen Kobe do that. I seen Duncan do it.
Yeah.
I seen Karl Malone do it. I seen John Stockton. I seen Gary Payton. Sean Kemp to a certain extent.
And the thing about it is they play both on the fucking floor.
Big facts.
I mean, that's just it. I mean, they really dedicated themselves to the craft. But now all of a sudden, you score 50 points or whatever, BSPN all of a sudden want to coin you a superstar just because you put up 50. No. And like you said, TP, it has to be done consistently for a long time.
Hey, I remember that game that Devin Booker put up 70 points, man, and they lost.
Yeah, and they was glorifying that shit. But I do see a difference in Devin Booker though this year. I can see his progress. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, in the finals, he didn't trust his teammates enough. To me, he did. But even when Chris Paul was out, his assists went up. You know what I'm saying? And you could just see a play. You just really could see an NBA player's growth each year. Because all the great ones, they always add something to their game every single year. Guess who always adds something to this game every single year? Giannis. You always see something different about Giannis every single year. That's how I'm used to seeing superstar. I won't say superstar. That's how I'm used to seeing NBA players develop. Every year you get better. Every single year you get better. Even when Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were still winning championships. Even Magic Johnson, all the great ones, what they still did, they were still in that gym, working on their game.
Right.
There's just a difference now. Now, another thing too with these players like Trae Young, I don't think he's a superstar. He don't play both ends on the floor, bro. I'm sorry. You don't play both ends, bro.
I'm like, y'all need to get off that, man. Just because he's shooting from the logo, don't make him a damn superstar, bro. Seriously.
He kind of remind me of Mark Price back in the day.
But at least Mark Price tried to play defense, though.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Mark Price though, man. Mark Price, that was that dude. Though a lot of people don't know that was a bet. And I'm telling you, man, them old school. I'm telling you, y'all talking about white boys. I know y'all don't see a lot of white boys like in the league that's really balling. Back in the '80s and '90s, you saw all that shit
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then some. You got some white boys who put you on your ass. I remember Kiki Vanderway is another dude that was nice. Jack Sigma,
Yeah.
a white boy could give you bucket shoot everything. Who else I'm thinking about? That was Bird, Kevin McHale. I remember Tom Gugliotta before the injuries started derailing his career. I thought he was on his way. I thought he was nice, and but injuries always slow some of these players up. Who else that was
Hell,
nice?
I saw Tony Coach a little thing, man.
Oh man, Tony was a bad dude, and Tony, like, I know a lot of people say he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but it's like I tell y'all people, it ain't just what you do in the NBA. That man had he still, other than Arvidas Sabonis, who had a well decorated overseas career. He was well decorated. Kukos was well decorated. Well decorated. You can look him up. He was Luka. Luka was nice, but Luka was nothing of the level of Tony Kukos when Tony Kukos was playing in his day overseas. Now, when it came to Sabonis, I just thought Sabonis just came in late. He came real late in his career, so we couldn't really see what he did. But even what we saw him do was still amazing. Can pass, can shoot that three ball, everything. I thought he was Arnold Schwarzenegger out there when he was playing. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, he was tearing these gigs, man.
Yeah, that was just back then, man. And look, I know they've tried to revert it back to the big man and all this and that there, but that's one thing I do like about Jokic. I do like Embiid, but Embiid gets hurt at the wrong time when you really need him. Like every single time you need Embiid, is like I like Embiid, but he gets hurt too much at the wrong freaking time. How many times he hit the floor last night?
A lot.
Like, God damn, man, you about to be knocked out, man.
But then, like, at the same time, like, they got him doing everything. They got him inside, they got him outside, and then he over there trying to exert himself on defense, and that's why he get tired out.
Yeah. Philly needs somebody like Bradley Beal over there with Joel Embiid.
I don't know who it is going to be, but we know the next coach going to be Dan. I think the next coach going to be D'Antoni, and if it's D'Antoni, I don't see D'Antoni I don't see James Harden. I don't see James Harden. The goal is try to, man. James Harden, you talk a lot of gibberish. You like that dude from the Muppets, that cook dude be talking all gibberish and shit.
Yeah.
That's all he talking to me, because all his words is vague, because ain't no way in the world your season is on the line and you playing at home and you gonna put out a piss poor performance like that. But mind you, you want your money though.
Yeah, that was the point. Trying to cheat the process. Just by existing, so he could go ahead and collect that money.
Yeah.
Oh, GG, you said the super. One thing about the NBA, and I've been saying this. Look at basketball ever since the beginning of basketball. They always was a super team in every era. Every era, there was always a super team. Like super team is never gonna go away in basketball, but you always gonna at least have one, probably two at the most. That's just a given. Like they ain't gonna never get it away. I just miss it back in the days when everybody had who they had. They built in the draft and everything like that. Like, listen, I think this NBA draft is gonna be just as good as last year's draft. They got some good players. This is one thing I understand about teams though. Let me talk about Utah Jazz for a second though, for a great example. What the fuck is this? I don't know what that. Utah Jazz, for instance, they drafted um the Baylor boys, the Baylor guards, okay, and then they got that big man from Kansas, Azubuike. They don't get no burn. They don't get no burn. Now, you get Eric Pascal in a trade doing free agency. You don't even use him.
Right.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing over there? I don't understand what they doing. And every time I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell, he looking sweeter than a honeycomb. He looking like real sweet over there, man. Like I don't know what's going on over there. I don't think he's gonna be a Jazz. I don't know. See, this is another thing I always harped on too. White coaches can fuck up a franchise. They can have losing seasons forever
Right.
in basketball. But let that be a black coach. Oh man, he be out of there. I seen black coaches win Coach of the Year, like a Dwayne Casey, and still get fired.
I seen the coach get fired, making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But and get fired. Lionel Hollins.
Lionel, yep, he's another coach. I don't think that. Look, let me tell you how Memphis fucked up that year when they let Lionel Hollins go, and when they let Rudy Gay go. They thought once they fucked up with Rudy Gay, I'm like, man, Memphis ain't going nowhere. You know, this Rudy Gay was never the same player after that. Yes, he was okay, but when he was in Memphis, he was a bucket, man. I ain't gonna lie. I used to run with them on two. I used to run with them on 2K. I used to give nigga 50 pieces with Rudy Gay. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I give you 50 with Rudy Gay, and I'm gonna shoot a fisher. And that was a time when he actually played defense. He was an okay defensive player because back then you had to play both ends of the floor. He grew up in that era where you had to play both ends. These players now, and even look at the 80s and 90s, y'all. If you ain't never saw 80s and 90s basketball, then you don't understand what I'm talking about. Every team has snipers. Every team has shooters. Every team has shooters, snipers, same thing. Everybody had a defensive player.
Right.
Everybody had a superstar. Might have one, might have two. But everybody had somebody. I missed it when the game was actually you remember what was this like a couple of years ago when there was two superstars on one team? That was a great time, and that was the year of the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how good basketball was when you had you had two players, two all-stars and role players. It was even field, but the bubble wasn't even field because they picked certain teams wasn't even allowed to even go to the bubble.
Right.
I think it was 13 teams that they said couldn't be involved in the bubble. But even that Phoenix, I'm just and why I'm referencing bubbles because look at that Phoenix team and how they progressed from the bubble. Even though he Devin Booker got in that little hot streak, they was hot. They won all the games in the bubble and everything like that. But that, I think right there just let a fire in him. Like, look, we're in a bubble, but we can do better. Now, they finally got it right by giving the right coach the coach of the year. He should have won it last year to me.
Yeah.
He should have won back to back, and he should have been back to back coach of the years. That's just my opinion. I'm not taking away from nobody else. I understand what the dude from Memphis was doing, but Tiz stole one from him, so they had no choice but to get this man that MVP this year. I mean, coach of the year, because then they had the best record too. And another thing too, y'all, just because you have the best record in the league doesn't guarantee you're gonna win a championship.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, they gotta go in there battle. They gotta go in there battle. I mean, just look at the '94 first round. When Denver upset Seattle. You know what I'm saying? They was the number one seed and everything, but Matumbo's Nuggets, with the team that I think Jalen Rose was on, upset the whole basketball world. They did that.
Yeah, it was him and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, aka Chris Jackson. They had Reggie what was that dude's name? He went to Georgetown. Reggie.
You talking about Reggie Theus?
Not Reggie Theus. Not Reggie Theus. This dude went to Georgetown. He went to. He played. He played. He played on that. He played on that Denver Nuggets team. I just look at the. I'm in Basketball Reference. I just go to Basketball Reference, and I could tell you exactly who he is. And then look at that Denver Nuggets. I think his name was Reggie Williams. I think his name was Reggie Williams. But I just want to make sure that I'm right. Okay, what year was that when they upsetted them?
I think it was 94.
Yeah, you're right. It was '94. That's when the combo embraces the ball and held it. That was iconic. Yeah, cause it was cause it was Dan Issel was their coach. Yeah, okay. They had Mahmoud Adu Aouf. They had Kevin Brooks. Rest in peace to Bison Daly. They had LaFonso Ellis, Jim Farmer. They had Tommy Hammonds, Georgia Tech. They had Adonis Jordan, who went to Kansas. Marcus Liberty, he went to Illinois. They had Mark Macon, who went to Temple. Warren Marble, Iowa. Darnell Mee, I don't remember him, from Western Kentucky. Dikembe Mutombo. Robert Pack, who used to dunk on everybody. Yeah, his name was Reggie Williams. And they had Brian Stiff. And they had Rodney Rogers. That was that '94 team that upset the Supersonics that year. Cause you remember that was during the time where the first round was actually 5 rounds. Oh, the best out of 5. Excuse me. It was the best out of 5.
Yeah, it was.
That was during the time. Hey, I forgot about Marcus Liberty, man. Man, I remember. Man, this is just taking me back, man. Okay, now let me tell you. Let me see how they was 94, 95. Yeah, then that's when they picked up. That's when they got Cliff Ennis. They got no. What's his name? Cliff Livingston. They got him that next following year. They basically, and it had Reggie Slater. Jalen Rose came in 95, 94, 95. That's when Jalen came there.
Oh, I thought it was more team.
Yeah, because that next year they finished 4th and their record was 41-41 that year. Yeah, I forgot Jalen Rose got drafted by the Denver Nuggets. I forgot about that. Yeah, 'cause I used to see them play all the time. In Kansas, because we used to see because Kansas right next to Colorado, so we used to get all the Nugget games and shit. I used to see the Nuggets locally, and that's when at the time when Chicago Bulls used to still play on WGN. You know,
Oh, a lot of people do that, bro. They had it. Yeah, it used to be a part of my life. Like every time I turn to WGN, I always see the Bulls play there.
Yep, and you turn on, I think it was TBS, you'll see the Atlanta Hawks play.
Yep, you saw the Hawks play. Yep, you did. That's when you see Dominique used to go off. I used to tell my dad, like, Dad, how come he don't get no help? He's like, son, small market. Small market, you can't go get them bad boys. You can't get them. You just can't get them. He does, and then at the time, that's one thing I always respected, and to me, for him not being on that the greatest top 50 player list in the first place was a smack in the face. And like man, this man, and some people say that he got cheated in 2 slam dunk contests. Some people say he got cheated. They didn't want him to beat Spud Webb. He lost to his own teammate, and he lost to Jordan. Too in Chicago. And a lot of people said they just gave it to Mike because he was in Chicago. I don't know. That was one of the best slam contests. And this is another thing too about today's players that they don't do anymore. All the great ones, all the great players, they always did slam dunk contests. You had the best dunkers always in the slam dunk contest. These players now don't do the slam dunk contest no more. That's why I do give respect to Zach LaVine, because he actually did a slam contest. LeBron never did a slam dunk contest, even though he said that he would. But it ain't just him. You just 3-point contest. And to me, the 3-point contest is better than anything now, because now everything else is hard to watch. The rookies and sophomore games is not even competitive no more, like how it used to be. They had a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove to everybody that hey, you should have been here, But it's just a different era, man. Different era. It's like I've been saying. Once these players get they bad, they feel like they ain't got nothing to prove no more. You hear all the great
But
ones say it.
what's gonna be more interesting though is how this new CBA gonna be structured, because I think that's gonna be the tested ground to see where the NBA goes from here on out.
Yeah, I want to see what they're gonna be like too.
I know
Because
one thing. It
it
ain't gonna be like how it is now. It ain't
yeah,
gonna be like
it's
it is now.
get a bag these days. And I remember Stephen A. talking about the next CBA gonna be hard. I want to see how all that comes out. You know.
Cause one thing I always noticed, baseball had a strike like earlier, like before the season resumes. Cause normally when one sport do a strike, another one would. So I won't be surprised if a basketball had a strike. Period. I'm just saying. All my homeboys, man. And shout out to my boy, man. I'm not talking about my boy crazy, man. He said talk about my wife, Malika Andrews. Man, that woman ain't thinking about you. She like a brat doll. Man, get the fuck out of here. This is my homeboy, man. He love and then I'm like, dude, your wife look better than Malika Andrews. Like he got a bad wife, like pretty. And she be getting mad at him like, dude, you really talk about Malika Andrews? Yeah, dude, your woman look 10 times better than Malika Andrews. Yes, Malika Andrews cute. I'm not saying she ugly, but I think she's literally look. If you get a you get an original brat doll, and you put it beside Malika Andrews. Tell me what you get. And her sister seems like she's more professional. Her sister seems like she's more professional than she is.
Yeah, I think she on there promote Brian payroll. He on Brian payroll to me.
Man, I remember both of them girls started off doing in the Warriors games. They did all the Warriors and all that shit. Even her sister still covered the Warriors and everything like that. But we know how ESPN anchors, how they anchors are. You got to fit the script. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't fit that script, you gotta go. You gotta go. You
I think that's
gotta
why Pierce got fired. He got tired of that shit.
Hey, that's why I respect them boys, brothers. Look at that's why I like brother from another mother, cause you see all the castaways from ESPN, all be on that show showing each other support and love and shit like that. I like shit like that, and they actually speaking more truth than anything now. And my boy had me laughing.
With the narrative.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you later.
Yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here too, man. Hey, man, let's like, share, subscribe. I will be back on later at 4 o'clock West Coast time for Boston and Milwaukee. And then I'll be doing the Warriors game too, y'all. Hit the like, hit the share, subscribe, man. Hey, man, anytime here, man. I appreciate it, man. D-Rob, you already know what it is. Arkansas homies are the craziest. And I'm out. Peace.